For those who aspire to conquer, to lead, and to innovate, welcome to the Executive Rule. How's the tea?
Fuck the beer at this point.
Yeah?
Is that on the air?
Yeah, we're on air.
Oh no!
Mad good tea.
Man, here we are
We started the fucking podcast.
at Meat Point having some bomb ass tea.
This tea is good, man.
Eat, drink, come together.
Eat, drink, come together, baby. No big deal, just a little slogan toss in there. Okay, let's also have a quick bite of this baklava. Get our reactions.
Alright.
Yeah, thank you, Ozgur, for taking us here and having us on the podcast. This is
No,
amazing,
man.
bro.
Hey, thank you for being here, bro.
Let's try this.
You got a fork right there.
Yeah, I know. I just want to get in your way. How is it?
Slaps.
Mad good, bro.
Slaps.
Mad good baklava.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
sweet, but yet salty.
Yeah, the pistachio definitely adds like a little bit of salt to it.
There's a zest.
So it's super nice.
Mad good, bro.
I don't know if I'd call it zest, but like,
It's still pretty good. So
Yeah.
I'll be switching between tea and beer here. Going back and forth, you know?
The crust
Having
on
the
this
best of both
baklava
worlds.
what about it?
is damn good. You know, one thing, I'm gonna sound weird as fuck.
What?
Are we allowed to swear on this podcast?
Yeah, man.
Pie crust is one of my favorite foods ever. I don't know
Oh,
why.
it is. It's super
Pie
good.
crust is mad good.
You said pie crust, right?
Yeah, pie
Oh,
crust,
okay.
like the crust of a pie.
Yeah,
like
it's
a
dumb
baklava
good.
or something. Thank you so much.
Yeah, the viewers are probably thinking we're a bit high, but I promise you we're not.
No, we're doing great, bro.
It's just how good. It's just very good.
Yeah, it's just that good.
Mad good, bro. Mad good.
You might as well be high.
Yeah.
Do you want sugar?
Nah, bro, I take my tea virgin.
So do I. Do you?
So I'm
You say
good, I'm
virgin?
good.
You take your tea virgin?
Virgin, bro. Virgin.
But today has been a pretty productive day, so I'll tell the viewers we were on the streets today, getting some interviews for Anatolia. It was great contact. We got we met some really nice people at Waterloo, UFW, and also Laurier. Got some good reactions, Ozgur?
Conestoga Mall.
Yeah, man, we definitely got some good reactions over at Conestoga Mall too. People gave us some good insight on like what they want and what they expect from like just high school education, you know?
Yeah, facts.
Because it's pretty important. Like it's high school, you know?
Yeah. If you had to reflect on your high school years, like how do you feel it went? Like did you enjoy
Dude, high
it?
school was dope, man. I
It's
don't care what
sick, right?
anyone says. I had so much fun, man.
Did you travel for any teams when you were in high school or no?
I played just junior football and then I played soccer in the last year.
Did you, Matt? Did you
And then
travel?
I tried out for hockey, but I'm
Didn't
the only
make it, eh?
no, I didn't make it. I was the
Oh,
only kid that got
jeez.
cut. Take that in. They put out a list of who made it,
Yeah.
which didn't make sense because there's one kid that got cut, which was me.
Yo, for real, it was
Yeah,
me, you?
yeah. So I was like, why would you need a list, bro? Just fucking
just
tell
come,
me.
Yeah, just come up quietly.
And
to
like,
you.
I knew I probably wasn't gonna make it because like at SJM like it's all
Yeah.
hockey kids that go there. Like
No,
everyone
for sure.
played well, and like I wasn't expecting to. I just never got to play with any of the boys, so it was just good ice time with the guys. But fucking guy had to come in and single me out on the list.
It's like a scene from a movie. Everyone's looking at the list, and then they all turn and look at you.
You see Ozgur, he's looking at the paper. He's like, "Yeah, I made it too, guys."
Awkward. Fuck.
You know?
Yeah, I like sports though.
Yeah, no, sports was like a good aspect of high school that I really liked. I don't know, it's the competitive aspect, you know? It gives you a little break from the academics and everything, and it's like, it is really nice. Like I played soccer in middle school, made that team, and then basketball in high school. I was gonna try for the volleyball team, but like when it gets more technical on the technical side, I'm not really into that, honestly.
But what's so technical about volleyball?
Dude, when you actually get deep in and you're playing competitively, there's a lot of different plays.
Well, like
and
the
stuff.
thing is like with any sport, man, it's like a job, right? Like it's
is.
literally a job. So I feel
Consumes
like
your time.
you can make anything technical if you really wanted to, whether it's
Yeah.
volleyball or basketball or whatever. Like
Yeah.
you can really get nitty gritty with it.
Did you try out for anything, Matt, or no?
No, hell no, bro.
No,
I was on my school's Dungeon and Dragon team.
Oh my god.
No, I didn't.
No, you were. I know you were.
Nah, bro. We were settlers at Catan at that school.
Don't kill me, bro.
Oh man, this is fun.
No, I didn't start liking sports until like way later.
Bro.
Until after high school, just about.
I honestly find that like sports is crucial for life because like the other day we were talking about with Mr. Andrew B, English high school teacher,
Yeah.
and he was saying like sports is huge because, or like we mutually agreed that sports is huge because you understand how to be criticized. But nowadays, everyone just assumes that being criticized is such a negative thing.
an
But
attack,
it's not an attack. If you really want to like excel and do well and succeed, you have to be criticized. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that's where like sports and extracurriculars. Like I also did theater, right? So like even theater.
You did. Whoa.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
You did theater?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I did not
Were
know
you singing
that.
and shit?
No, I wasn't
Can
singing.
you give me a little like?
I don't remember my
Can I get a
lines.
quick like?
James, can I get a quick
a little
monologue, please?
improv.
Monologue. Can I get a quick to be or not to be?
I don't know that monologue, bro. Like maybe I
We
can
can't put you on the
improvise
spot.
some
We can't put you on the
stuff.
spot. What plays? Did you do any plays or anything?
Yeah, I did like, bro. I 3 out of 4 years I was in a production. No big deal.
That's sweet.
So which ones you do?
I don't know their names,
Joseph
man. They're
and the
just like,
Technicolor
nah, it's nothing like.
Omnicoder?
Whoever's editing this clip, can you roll his play? You have it on
Dude,
film,
we might
obviously.
actually be able to find it, dude.
You can
Like,
find it on film.
we might be able to realistically.
Yeah, but I have to.
Might have to even just call the high school and be like, hey, man, like, dig it through your archives. Let me see this.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I felt pretty gassed my first year. I was like co-star, you know, co-main character, and I had a kissing role. You know, no big deal.
No way, they were doing that in middle school, high school. You're
Oh yeah, man. Grade 9, I was out here, just everybody, man. I was like,
how was she? Was she pretty good looking?
Good piss.
Amelia. I remember Amelia.
Oh, you knew. You was
Dude,
a
I know
standout.
Amelia. Dude, she lives around the. She used to live around the corner from me. You know,
You still
neighbor's
stay in
daughter.
contact?
So that was the first time you kissed her. Tell us about the second time.
The second time I kissed her,
Who's
it would have been in the same play. There was two. There was two.
All right, tell us about the third time.
Yeah,
The
that's
third time, I don't want to tell you about the third time.
Did you do any theater, music, anything like that in high school?
I did music. Hella
Music was
bro.
honestly like, there's two things that are really big standouts for me in high school, and like I love the athletic side of things, like trying out for the new sports team and all that different stuff. But like, I was huge into music. Like I played tenor sax in middle school. I played trumpet and I played drums all through middle school and high school.
Dude,
Oh, word.
in middle school, I played in grade 7. I played trombone, and then I was so bad she let me switch to trumpet. And then
Trumpet's a
I-
lot easier.
It is a lot easier, but like I remember her asking me because we had to do these like individual.
Trombone's the one where it's like this.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We had to do like these individual assessments where like everyone would perform on their ones
Yeah.
in front of the class.
Oh, I hate
And
that shit, bro.
I was so bad. She literally asked me. She's like, "Are you tone deaf? Like, are you?" I swear to God.
In front of everyone.
In front of everyone. I was like, I don't know. Like, I was in grade 8 playing the trumpet, but she would mark me like a grade 7 because it was my first year playing a trumpet. I was awful at music. So I was like, I don't know. I guess maybe I am tone deaf. I don't fucking. How do I know if I'm tone deaf? You know, like.
Yeah, honestly, that's true. And honestly, even if I was, I wouldn't tell anyone. Like, I'm not trying to tell people I'm tone deaf, you know?
The thing is, I don't think you can tell when you're tone deaf, but you can tell when you have perfect pitch. You can easily tell.
Dude,
I enjoyed it, honestly. Tenor sax is a really cool instrument.
I was king of clarinets, bro. I felt like Squidward.
You guys remember the recorder? Oh,
course.
man.
fuck the recorder, dude.
What do you
The
think got
recorder-
me into the clarinet?
Gateway instrument, bro.
Gateway instrument.
Yo, bro, it's my gateway
Oh,
instrument.
gateway instrument. You start out the recorder and then you move on to the clarinet.
Yeah, man.
Jeez. That's
I mean,
amazing.
like, but nah. My point was like, sports, theater, or even music, dude. Like, you have to know how to be criticized. Like,
Definitely.
And when I played sports, like there were times where in between periods or in between halves, coach would blatantly call me out and be like, "Yo, man, like you fucked up," you know, and like that's fine because like you just build a thick skin and you understand that it's not personal. He's not telling me I'm ugly or some shit. He's just saying like you fucked up, you know, and like
Yeah,
you have to
get
be
your-
able
get
to
your shit
understand
together,
that.
bro.
Yeah, and you have to be able to like be okay with that in life.
Yeah.
You know what's
facts.
crazy is that I even reflect back to my like gym years and stuff. Would you say that the like when it comes to athletics and coaches and maybe like gym teachers, do you think they're a lot like more sensitive towards kids nowadays and they're not as hard as we had it in high school? Do you think? Or no? You think it's pretty
They
much
kind
the
of
same
have
across
to
the
be
board?
though, man, because you have to think about it. The people, like the teachers of today, are pretty much the students of yesterday, and like you can notice that society as a whole is becoming softer and softer. So it just creates more and more.
Because I remember, like, when I was in middle school, like, I don't know if this would fly today, but I had a teacher. I don't know if I should name any names, but I had him in grade 8, and you know the high jump mats and stuff.
Yeah, those
Like
those
he
are
used,
dope to
he
play
used-
on.
No word to lie, he would pick me up during middle. I still remember in grade 8, he would pick me up and he would just toss me on this high jump mat, like through the air. He'd just throw me on it. And like all the kids, we look back to it.
Like, was it fun or like?
I thought it was sick, yo. This guy's throwing me across the rim, you know. He's throwing me across the rim.
Yeah,
off
like
the side jump net.
yeah. Was he like angry at you? And he's
No,
like,
it was
"Fuck
all
you."
it was all
Imagine.
it was all playful, you know. Like,
Yeah.
it was all playful. But I just think nowadays, like I don't know, who knows, right?
That
Like,
shit wouldn't fly.
were you guys in clubs? You guys do clubs?
Yeah, I
Dabble
did
with clubs?
DECA. I did DECA. DECA was so sick, dude, because like it was basically us as like grade 11 or 12s, 17, 18 years old. Obviously can't buy booze, which I had to fake, by the way, so I was golden. But like,
We'll have to censor that out.
Yeah, yeah.
You
censor
can't-
that.
people can't know you have it.
yeah, sorry, mom. Anyway, actually, I have a funny story about the fake too. Anyway, so like basically DECA was sick because it was like business and like you would do case studies.
Yeah.
And I had my boy Manaya, shout out Manaya, sick dude. We would just basically my personal objective was to get to regionals, which was in Toronto,
Yeah.
and then you go to a hotel with like your boys. You pick your roommates, and it's basically us just getting bombed in the room, hotboxing the bathroom in Toronto.
way.
Yeah, man. I didn't take, and then once we got to Toronto, none of that competition I took seriously. Like I'd go to the exams bombed. Like
Did you well? No.
no, I got like a 42 on that exam.
Ay, ay, ay.
Bro, I was bombed. Like that like there was no point because
Oh,
like,
man.
I had no objective of going to internationals or nationals.
Yeah.
I was just like, yo, I'm good. I'm
You're there
here.
for the experience,
Yeah, you
right?
just want
Yeah, I'm just here to be fun.
You're here with the boys.
I'm here to use my fake, you know, like we're good.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
And like I remember that fake though. I think I had like a couple, but like the one of them, the Alberta one. I had an Alberta one, and there was the LCBO over on Columbia, and I remember there's this one lady, I forget her name. I went in one day and like using the ID, and she's like, "Oh, you're a little far from home," you know. And me being me, like great with like old ladies, I was like, "Oh yeah," like. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm away from home, whatever, miss my parents and shit. She was like, and then I was like, you should adopt me or something. I was like, you should be my mom here, something along those lines. And then she was like, oh, like yeah, whatever. And I used that like multiple times, and every time I went in, she would be there, and I'd be like, yo, you remember me? She's like, yeah, I remember you. And I was like, you're my mom or whatever. Like we joke around, like you adopted me and shit.
Yeah.
And then when I actually turned 19 and went in there with my real ID, like she served me, and she was like,
Stop.
she just kind of like looked at the ID and looked at me. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, you just lied to me this entire
For
time.
like 3 years.
I was like, I'm sorry. I don't know what
Sorry,
to tell
mom.
you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That is so funny. Damn.
I mean, I always found like getting fakes were hilarious in high school, man. Because like, there were a couple that were just a scam. Like, they were garbage.
For sure, bro.
Man, I've seen some horrible fakes from my friends. I was like,
Says you're from
How-
Bikini
how
Bottom
the-
and shit
yeah.
like that. Like,
like how does this fly? And the craziest part about the entire thing is like some of these places are taking these, you know, like they're out here accepting these IDs, and you're like, are you guys fucking blind? Like this looks nothing like me, you know.
Got fucking, what's his nuts?
Fucking McLovin.
McLovin. Fucking McLovin.
Let's shout out to that fucking movie. It's sick ass movie.
Love
some
that movie.
people don't care. Like some security, some like bartenders.
Well, like, you have to remember, like, if you're in their shoes, like, you're just doing a job, man.
Exactly. It's like, am I really gonna like?
Like I wouldn't even take
If
it
they
that
if they didn't
Neither would I,
like,
exactly,
If they didn't
like-
stop them at the door, like, come on.
Yeah, literally.
Like
Get
I had
out
a
of here.
friend that works at the LCBO, and supposedly before you even like start your first shift, you have to like swear in that you're not going to.
Shut up.
I'm not even kidding.
You have to take an oath?
You can look it up. You
have to take an oath?
The LCBO.
Don't
I swear
kill
to you, like you have to swear in. Unless the guy was lying to me, but he told me he worked at the LCBO.
I believe it.
That sounds fake.
No, but
bro.
you actually let's look this
LCBO.
up. Wait. We don't have a fact checker yet on the sidelines of this podcast, but I'll be the fact checker right now.
Bro, but, like, it makes sense.
Let's
It's a
check this
government
out.
job, like,
Yeah.
you know?
But I mean, swearing an oath, like this isn't Game of Thrones, right? Like you're working in a liquor store.
Well, you're not part of the royal fucking family.
Yeah,
Like, what is
So
it?
one of my friends told me that LCBO employees have to swear an oath when they are hired. It seems crazy that a cashier working in a liquor store has to swear an oath to the queen. I can see
To the queen?
I can see it for police officers or MPPs, but a cashier, how far does the rule stretch? Do nurses, paramedics, maintenance staff for Ontario Parks have to do it all? So let's check this out. Let's see the comments here.
See what the
We'll open up the Reddit, the classic place to go research this shit.
Bro, fuck. I don't really use Reddit like that, man.
I just use it for basketball. It's really good for basketball.
Like, streams?
No, I mean I got all my basketball streams
Yeah.
from Reddit, but like at this point, I've got like once you know a couple streams.
Facts. Once you've looked a couple
It's
times.
actually true. Oaths and affirmations.
Really?
Every public servant shall swear and affirm his or her allegiance to the crown as prescribed under Clause 8.
Yo, that sounds fucked. That sounds. I don't like
Boys,
that, bro.
you have to swear.
You have to
in
swear your
when you're in
allegiance
the LCO.
to the queen. Not a chance, bro.
Matt's getting all conspiracy on us. Not a
Yo,
fucking
yo,
chance.
I'm 90%. Never mind. But
Yeah,
What?
let's like segue.
90% what? No, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I'm 90% sure the queen is a reptile.
Bro, how is she still alive?
Yeah, no, that's a big fact. But let's segue
How many
into.
times does she
You
shed
guys
her
obviously
skin,
did
right?
you guys watch the Oprah with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry?
No, bro. Why am
I
I
have better
wasting my
shit to do.
time on
You
that?
didn't watch that? I watched it. It's pretty sick.
You aren't even Canadian. You have
Well, I have
no
dual
dog in the
citizenship,
race.
You know, I'm
So do I.
It depends
Big
on
fucking deal.
It depends.
Yeah.
How, oh yeah. You're
Yeah,
in
dude.
Turkey,
Yeah. What's
Well,
your point?
I'm with the States, so I can't compare that.
just-
I don't
that's
even.
straight
up
States,
the States.
What's going on right now over there? You know, it's been a,
Honestly,
it's
man,
been a
fuck
rough
the
year.
States in general, dude.
it's
No offense to anyone who's from America,
It's been a rough year.
but fuck.
I'm a
America.
single citizenship Chad over here.
Chad.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck.
No, I'm saying like, these dual citizenship.
Well, you're
virgins
outnumbered
over
here, pal.
Like,
So I don't know. You're the virgin. You've only got
you're the
one.
virgin, bro.
You're the
What are you
virgin.
talking about? I don't know.
I'm
What
gonna
you
have some of this.
You haven't had it
Eat
yet,
up, bro.
I'm gonna have it again. It's pretty good.
bro. I crushed one. Like,
Oh, you actually did, eh?
yeah, man, it's pretty good. I wish we had ice cream with it though. Remember, the ice cream's fire, dude.
They were out of
Oh,
ice
man.
cream.
No, they don't have ice cream here.
Oh man, it's tough. Bro.
But it's not even just any ice cream though, man. It's specifically like Turkish ice cream, bro. Have you ever seen the videos of like dudes with the long stick and they're fucking with you with the cone? And
Yeah,
they're, like,
yeah.
It's
no,
that.
That's
going like
turkey?
that.
Yeah, that's turkey, bro.
No way.
Yeah, man.
I did
So
not
what's
know
what's
that.
the main difference here?
It's like stretchy.
No,
it's
it's
like
good.
Turkish
different.
cows.
It's
Nah, like it's like different. I don't know. It's like a different recipe, but it's like stretchy ice cream, bro. It's so fire.
You actually changed my life when you showed me that.
Actually?
when I had this. So when I
He
when
became
I
an
went to-
illusionist.
when Ozgur's cousin officially came, you were using
Oh, no, I think he-
Canadian citizenship. He
No,
got-
no. He didn't get a citizenship.
Oh, he just got.
I think he got like
A
his
visa?
court date. Like he was approved
Nice.
his
nice.
court
to be
date,
an
so he's
immigrant here, pretty much.
to get his like PR.
Yeah. So when you had that little party, being the good guy Ozgur is, he threw a nice little party.
No
for
big
him.
deal.
And I showed up, and I haven't really dabbled in Turkish food too much, but I tried this dessert specifically with this ice cream. And
What's it called?
It changed my life.
What's it called?
Yeah, what's it called, bro?
You're putting me in the spot, man.
Really not. You've said it like 5 times
I don't
tonight.
know. I
like,
always forget.
Matt, tell them what it's called.
Balaclava. No, I'm kidding. It's
Balaclava.
called baklava. I'm kidding. It's called baklava.
It's actually very similar to balaclava.
Yeah.
But what's your point? Yeah, continue.
No, I was just saying it's very good.
It is very good.
I don't know.
It's
I
not
feel like
good,
when you
bro.
locked into like one type of food, people that are not like actually ambitious with trying different foods from different like countries and stuff, like it's like, what are you doing?
Well, yeah, like at that point, it's like having the one perspective on life. Like you can't have
Exactly,
that.
exactly.
Whether it's anything, whether it's food or like just your outlook on like success. Like,
Yeah.
your outlook on like objectives. You know what I mean? Like
There are
whether it
dudes out
is
there, they only eat hamburgers, bro.
dead ass.
Hamburgers, hot dogs, like just
Are you
straight up
talking about
American
Americans?
shit. Yeah, Americans, bro. Well done steak. Are you kidding?
Oh,
There are people out there
oh.
who only eat like well done steak and
That's like
hamburgers.
old people, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's
Old
sad
people
though.
love
But I
that.
mean, like that's the thing. They've gone through like 70, 50, 60, 70 years of their life,
Yeah.
and they haven't tried like new cuisine.
Yeah.
Chinese food is like exotic to them. Which
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I guess to a degree,
guess
like, it
to a
could be.
degree, it
Yeah.
kinda could be,
Like anything
yeah.
could be exotic. Like Canadian poutines could be exotic to them, depending on your perspective. Depending on what you've seen, like anything could
I
really
mean,
be
if you've
exotic.
never had fries before, poutine goes in.
I remember when my friend from New York City actually, he came down to Canada and he's never had a poutine before, right?
Shut up.
So I took him, I think it
For
was
real,
to
eh?
Morty's on King Street. Is that King Street?
Yeah.
Yeah, I took him to Morty's on King Street and he had it. This guy was blown away. He literally takes a bite. He thought it was gonna be the grossest thing. When I was explaining it to him, he's like, fries with cheese and gravy? Are you kidding me? He sounded appalled that I even.
Yo, if
that,
you
that
had
was
even
a
said the
thing.
word cheese curds, I guarantee he would not have taken it. If you had said the word curd
I
to
know.
him, he would not
Oh,
have
definitely.
taken it.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Curds.
just have to say
I know.
say cheese and that's all.
Well, I think also just because of like politically, like they think Kurds are like
Oh,
Kurdish
I
people.
didn't even think about that yet.
Yeah, they're just gonna think they're terrorists. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? You guys got
But
terrorist
yeah, this
food.
guy literally took one bite. He's out here. He's like, this is the best thing I've ever had in my fucking life.
Bro, did Aaron send you that video of the people getting shot in America?
Is it the one where it's like the dude outside,
snow
like,
removal.
with yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
That
yeah.
was fucked. I
It
tell
looked like a
everybody
movie.
that.
I'm pretty sure it's like not to get conspiratorial again, but it's
Shut the
Oh my god.
yo, but the audio is so clear and the vision.
Oh, it was
video is so
appalling.
It's
clear.
definitely, dude. It's definitely
Like
real.
there's something sus going on with that.
There was definitely news. There was so many news outlets that covered that
Yeah, bro.
specific thing. But
So why is
Like
that sus?
everything was just like so clear. That I've never seen any like camera, like security camera that you keep like at your house be that clear, like in terms of like audio and everything.
Well, I
maybe
mean-
just me. Maybe
Well,
we
I
should
mean-
edit this part out.
No, I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot of good tech out there, dude. Like, you can get good quality shit
Could
if
be,
you really
yeah.
want
like
to.
when I move out, I'm definitely gonna. Nowadays, you gotta put.
You
like,
have to
cameras
have
places.
security,
especially
bro.
if you're.
I feel like it's mainly for insurance, man. Like,
Yeah.
At this
it's not that
point,
people
yeah.
are gonna rob you depending on where you are. It's like
But I actually
for
just
the
had a
sake-
friend actually. She ordered something off Amazon.
Marlene.
You. Oh yeah. you
I
fucking
commented.
saw
I was
that?
like, purge them. It said purge them on her post.
I love that you actually knew
What?
exactly who that was.
Yeah, I know
So
who's-
Marlene, she ordered something off Amazon. We all know this. the
Shout
same
out
girl. She's
Marlene.
Yeah, shout out Marlene.
Yeah,
but
much love to Marlene, yeah.
but she ordered something on Amazon and she had some Porsche pirates come through and take it.
Porch pirates.
That's the way she
Facts, eh?
described them on social media. But I
Facts,
always
eh?
think when I order something on Amazon, and I don't get
Girl.
if it goes to like the door, I'm like, oh god, someone could definitely steal this. Like
I
you
think
never
that
know.
too. I get freaked out,
I get
man.
kind of freaked out.
I specifically told in my notes, I was like, dude, like, ring the bell when you're here.
Sometimes you have to do that because honestly, Amazon, as much as they're great for how fast specific.
Well, the thing is,
Amazon
it's not
too.
always them delivering it though, because they subcontract.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they have
do.
third
They
party like,
contract.
Yeah.
like UPS or something like that, right?
No, not UPS. It's like you can form your own little company with like 2 Sprinter vans and then get a contract and you have your own route and you can deliver
No
Amazon
way.
shit.
I actually did not know
It's
that.
like Amazon. It's not Flex. Flex is the one where you do it like Uber almost. You can do it like Uber style and just pick shit up in your car. But this one's like, I think it's something different. But yeah, man, no, I agree. People are out here just stealing shit.
It's kind of
And like you live in like
You
a
don't even know what it is. Like for all you know, it's like a fucking like 14-inch dildo.
yeah, like it could
I
be something
don't even
appalling.
know.
like, do they roll
Yeah,
up to the
like-
porch and they're like, oh, it's Christmas. I don't know what I'm getting from these
Yeah,
packages.
like it could be like a remote for like a satellite receiver that you don't even have.
Yeah.
Or it could be like who
It's
the
so
hell
wild.
knows, right?
This is the thing, honestly. Like people are rolling up taking these packages because at the end of the day, like it's so wild to me. You actually don't know what you're getting.
It must be like people who are in down bad though. Like they're
Yeah,
just taking
it
it
is.
somewhere and they're like gonna get $15 for like a satellite.
Or
remote
it's just some sickos that live in like my neighborhood, like an urban suburban neighborhood.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
They're just doing it for
don't
kicks.
mind if I do, you know? Like, fuck
Don't
you. I
mind
will
if I
mind if you do, you dickhead. Like,
Did these mics come off Amazon? They could have got stolen.
oh, they could have, dude. I was worried, bro. That's why I told them to
Yeah.
fucking ring the bell.
True.
Because like they need that. Like some people just are sickos.
Yeah. No, definitely.
I mean, like, I don't know. What are you gonna do? Oh,
Another TV.
another
Let's
tea.
go.
that's okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll
that'd be
take
great,
one.
thank
Please,
you.
thanks, yeah.
Thank you.
So what kind of tea is this, Ozgur?
This is black tea.
Just black tea, black.
Black tea, dude. Black tea, black.
Black tea, black.
Black tea's back.
Oh man.
Once you go black tea, you never go back.
Back to you.
All right.
Yeah, man. Anyway, boys, as you know, like this show's about, you know, motivating and success.
Success.
When I say the word success, what comes to mind?
What comes to mind?
What comes to your mind, dude?
So success is more or less about personal happiness.
I agree.
It doesn't really necessarily have anything to do with finance or anything. It comes down to whether so let's say for instance a monk in a monastery, he's successful because he's finding his own enlightenment and his personal happiness inside of a monastery. That's success to him. Whereas that same person, if they'd taken a different life path and they made millions of dollars and they're working extra hard every single day, that's not successful to him, even if he is successful, quote unquote. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
No,
It's like
that's
you're-
definitely. I agree with that.
I agree. Like it's definitely for me, success has always been what you want to do and whether
Yeah.
or not you achieve it.
Yeah.
Like whether that is getting $1 million or $2, at the end of the day, like that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah,
and you
exactly.
did it, and then you became that successful.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And I feel like most people just assume that it has to do with like money.
And that's the thing
That's the
that
thing I
people
equate it
need to understand, that it's not about that, you know. And it's all about mindset change, because I feel like the people that are separated from the other people, it's just like they want it more. They want their success, depending on what that definition of that is to them, more than the other person, you know.
Well,
like,
it's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, you can keep going.
Well, success in general is equated with financial
that is
success. Yeah, she
That's
said it.
mad. What she said is
I
odd.
just burnt my fucking hand off that.
Yeah, you successfully burnt yourself. Success generally in terms of the culture that North American people, and probably for all I know European and everywhere else, comes down to
The West.
financial success, comes down to tangible success, having money, having a nice car, having a nice house. That's what a lot of people equate success to, and that's not necessarily what it means, because success is basically success in that sense requires a tremendous amount of work, and a lot of people I don't think would be happy with doing that amount of work,
Yeah.
that amount of brain work, that amount of like physical labor, whatever it is.
And discipline.
And
I feel like a lot of people are not disciplined.
What does it mean to you? What would you say when you think of success? What does that mean to you?
Just for like my personal
Yeah,
success.
your personal success.
Dude, my personal success is leaving a legacy, man.
Yeah.
Word, eh? You see, I never really cared too much about being remembered.
I do. I need to make a name for myself.
I don't know why, but like I like affecting who I affect, and if that's the bubble that I affect, then I'm okay with that. I don't need it to be like I don't need to be like world renowned. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. I definitely can appreciate people who think that way, because they don't have necessarily the same insecurities that I do. Whereas I'm like fueled by insecurity, like the insecurity and like the fear of failing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Whereas like most people are like, yo, I'm good with what I do,
Yeah.
and that's it, and that's enough.
And it affects you in a certain way, which is nice, because I know people who are so scared of failure and are so insecure about it that they don't even get started. Whereas like you,
Oh yeah.
you are like, you're pushing yourself like way harder as a result of it. You're going the opposite end of like, I know so many people who just don't even get started.
I think insecurities aren't necessarily that, but like for me, they haven't been that bad. They haven't been detrimental to the point where like I can't even start my road to success.
Yeah.
But rather the other way around is like I'm using the insecurity to fuel my road to success.
Yeah, I saw this quote and it actually really spoke to me, because I feel like people, when they're trying to make moves in their life, they're scared of failure. But failure is not final, it's formative. And that is like something that spoke to me, because like I was worried about failing in life. Like you want to take these risks, but there is like
But it's a risk.
it's a risk, and that,
But like
and
but the way I see it is like there's no L's, there's no losses, there's lessons. Like
lessons, yeah.
Like the other day I was talking to my buddy about like getting into like a business, and he was like, we were just talking about everything, and he was like, yeah, but you have to remember, like if we buy this equipment, then it's just going to shit if it doesn't work out. And I literally looked at him and I was like, man, money doesn't matter. Like
It comes back, bro.
fuck,
Just sell
Money
the
comes
shit,
back, you know.
yeah, just sell it. Like you have the equity in it, but what I meant was like it doesn't matter, because like we're not, like sure we might have lost money, but we learned what not to do when we're older. Like I'm 21, bro.
Yeah. And think about like in just the past 5 years maybe of your life, like how much have you learned, you know? Like I'm not the same person that I was 5 years ago. I want to every single day be different and be able to look at like my areas of opportunities and constantly strive to be better, you know?
I feel like that's the only way you can be better, is if you actually like evaluate yourself like year after year or like week after week and be like, oh, okay, I fucked that up last week. Can't do that again this
you're
week.
not gonna do that again. You learn from your mistakes, bro. And that's the thing that will define you as a person, because so many people will make those same mistakes and they're okay with it, which is like so crazy to me. It's so wild that you're able to do that.
Yeah, like people are okay with like being in their comfort zone, or like people are okay with like just doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, and I watched a couple highlights from I know you haven't uploaded yet, but your podcast from prior to this. I don't know if it was the one before or the one.
It was the first one. It was the first.
But you
one.
were talking about like that you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, and I've always believed that. You know, like I had a point in my life where I was pretty stagnant, and I was.
So did I.
Yeah, and it's like, what are you doing at that point? You know.
like the things like that, the insecurities that fail me kind of resulted from those stagnant points in life where like I may have been comfortable and I was just doing whatever and I didn't really care. And then like some people would have like stopped hanging out with me, or like whatever relationships may have ended because I was stagnant and comfortable. They're like, yo, you're not you know, what are you doing? You know? And like that insecurities are kind of fueled, like that originate more so from those situations where people stopped fucking with me because of the comfort. So after that, I'm like, okay, well now I can't be comfortable. Like, just to show those motherfuckers that like, yo, what's up? Give me like 10 years and you'll be wishing to beat you on this podcast.
And that's the mindset to have, you know? And like, I always try, this is a life lesson I've learned, I had to learn it the hard way, but you want to surround yourself with people that are going to always make you want to do better in life, you know, strive to be better, you know,
people that challenge you.
The people that challenge you, you know, because you can be very stagnant, and depending on who you surround yourself with is who are the people that are going to be influencing you, you know. And you, this past year, you've been making like moves, you know, like you've been doing a lot of stuff and you've been very motivated, and it's inspirational to me and everyone that's around you, and that's why I do spend my time with you, you know.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. That means a lot.
No, seriously, yeah.
But no, like I guess I would agree. Like within the last year, like within last year, I guess I kind of realized that like if you want to go up, you have to have gone down in the first place. You know, there's no up without down. So like, there's no discomfort without comfort. You know what I mean? Like there's no black or white. There's no nothing without anything. You know. Yeah. So like being in the States where I was comfortable. You know, when I was working at Best Buy at that time, I was mad comfortable. I was just like stupid, just getting hammered all the time.
Yeah.
And then after that, you kind of realize like some people don't fuck with you because of that, and like some type of relationships end, and then you're like, okay, like now it's time to like, now it's a reality check, and you're like, okay, like.
Well, that's the duality of man, isn't it?
And I feel like people our age too, you kind of gotta realize when to stop partying. You know, I'm not against partying, you know, like, but it. You have to know when it's...
You have to be self-aware.
You have to be self-aware and understand when it's time to stop.
And honestly, it does take a lot of like internal introspection for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people who still like... They like party as if they're still 19. They're like 35 now. They're like my big brother's age.
And now it's harder than ever, you know, to get your life started. Look at the housing market.
Around here, dude.
Kitchener-Waterloo. Kitchener's... I saw a study. I think Kitchener was in the top 10 most expensive places to live rent-wise in all of Canada.
Oh, I believe it.
What the fuck's in Kitchener, bro?
Well, there's a lot.
I don't know, man. I'd rather live in BC than Kitchener.
We got Meat Point in Kitchener. Or
we're in Waterloo, actually.
We're in Waterloo. Yeah, shout out Meat Point.
Yeah, thanks.
Waterloo.
They provided us with pretty good dinner, man.
I agree. Great food.
It was great.
It's fire.
So
excellent food.
I would recommend to anyone to get the shush look personally. What do you guys recommend?
Honestly, what was that pizza thing we had?
The pide? The ground beef pide? That was fire.
The lamb staying good.
Honestly, just the bread and the dips was enough for me.
The appetizers?
At the end of the day, that was so good.
Could have died happy with just the appetizers?
Yeah.
Yo, I honestly thought I was full at the appetizers. So you bring out like 16 plates all at once.
Your second win came through?
Like dancing, and I was like, alright, here we go. I knew she didn't think I could eat it all too.
Yeah, it's a challenge, bro.
Yeah, bro.
But now, like, bro, I bet within the next 10 years, our generation is going to end up moving to, like, Tilsonburg or, like, a little closer to London. Because if you see, like...
That's all happening already.
Yeah, it is. That's my point.
Yeah.
Like, there's already a lot happening there. So by the time we're a little older and we actually start buying houses, we're probably going to end up buying something around there.
Well, my rents, they want to buy a place up north. They've been looking at land for, like, a little bit. They were going to sell their place where they're living now. And they were going to make probably $400,000 or $500,000 off it. And then they were going to buy land up north. But all the land up north is, like, getting taken.
It's crazy because about 5 years ago, people were, like, starting to live in Kitchener-Waterloo and commute into Toronto, right?
Yeah.
And now it's shifted because the housing market in Kitchener-Waterloo has been so expensive that people are starting to actually go up north, like Trenton, where my uncle lives, and starting to commute back to Toronto.
Some people are starting
Yeah,
to go
it's
back.
crazy.
Some people are starting to move back into Toronto. Like the rent in Toronto is
it's
pretty much the same as it is here now.
Yeah, it actually is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've seen that, but it is.
I have no business looking at rent in Toronto. Like, I have seen rent around here. And, like, it's not bad. Like, I mean, it is bad. I'm gonna be wrong. It just depends on how you want to live and like who you're living with.
Yeah.
Because if you have like a couple buddies and you're getting a house, and it's not awful.
Well, I've seen facts, bro, facts. But I've seen like one bedrooms in Toronto. Now, I've seen one bedrooms as low as 1,300.
Oh, same
That's
here.
and that's
Same
the
here.
lowest it's been
In
a little
Toronto,
bit, I feel like.
and like here, I haven't seen a one bedroom lower than like 14 or 15.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Even in Cambridge,
So
like
to put into perspective, like Ozgur and I don't know if everyone on the podcast knows, but like we're trying to like find a spot, right? We're trying to find a spot to move in together, and like we've looked for 2-bedroom
with my cousin,
apartments.
shout out, he's
Yeah,
smiling.
shout out
shout
cousin
out
too.
to cousin.
It was initially just us, but we were looking at 2-bedroom initially, and like we were. Dude, did you find anything that was like under $1,500-$1,600? Because I honestly didn't.
For
find
something like proper, no.
not like, and we're trying to impress. You know, we're not trying to have a place that's not looking like shit. You know, I'm trying to invite my friends over and have a good time. You know,
like, we're adults.
We
don't
exactly.
Are you looking for like a townhouse or something? Like
That's
Townhouse
what
would
I'm
be
getting
dope.
at.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, if you get into that, like you'll probably each be paying seven or
That's
800.
that's exactly.
We
what
end
we're
up paying like
looking for.
8.
Yeah.
Without
With
utilities.
internet and
But we
everything.
did
without
find-
utilities.
Without utilities, probably like 750. With it, probably end up being like 8, maybe like 850 probably around that.
Yeah.
But we did find one that was pretty good.
There's definitely there's actually a few options, definitely. A lot of them do specifically
But-
say they don't want students.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so but I mean, you guys could pass for not being students, though.
We just have to lie to them and say we're not students.
Yeah.
Be like,
Don't show them this podcast. I'm just kidding.
bro, we could just say like
So you
we're,
work with students. You aren't
Yeah.
students.
bro,
Say
we
your
could,
cousin's a student. We're working with them.
Yeah,
you know, we're
exactly.
just.
what is it, disabled or something?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I didn't want to say it. But
Bro, like no, like I
Yes,
that's
so,
so funny.
no, I feel like if that was ever the case, we could just say that we're related, and then it's like, well,
Do you think
Aaron's
we'll-
ginger. It's like, well, first of all, do you not understand? Like, my mother has
Excuse
adopted
me?
like 3 kids. Are you fucking kidding me?
I would make a scene.
Or we
if that was
could,
the case.
bro. You know what's hilarious nowadays? You can cause a scene on any fucking topic. Like,
Okay, let me talk to you guys about this.
Ozgur
What?
McDonald or Aaron Urkel?
I think
It's Aaron
Aaron Urkel.
Urkel.
Actually, no, but I was actually down for that because it's got a bit of a ring to
That's
it.
actually
It kind of does.
Aaron
yeah,
Urkel.
kind of works. Yeah.
It's kind of sick.
it actually does sound kind of sick.
Yeah,
we
it
might have to
sounds
get
like-
married.
yeah.
Sounds like
we
a
might
Harry
have
Potter
to.
spell or something.
What'd you say?
Sounds like a Harry Potter spell.
Aaron Urkel.
Aaron Urkel.
What is okay? Talking about like making a scene for a lot of different things nowadays. What is your guys' stance on like cancel culture in today's society? You know how everyone's getting canceled left, right, center. Like, what do you think? What do you think? Be honest.
Ridiculous. I mean, like, it just depends on what you're getting canceled for, but like,
Cancel
most-
culture, encompasses a lot of things. A lot
I know
of things
there's a lot of
don't need
different
to be
factors
canceled,
that
and a lot
play
of
in.
things do need to be canceled.
But like, I feel like the stuff that I personally seen doesn't really need to be canceled, and it's kind of bullshit. If you're talking about
Yeah.
like Harvey Weinstein, it's like, okay, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Definitely.
That's
definitely.
absolutely
Get rid of
retarded.
him
That's
for
ridiculous.
sure.
But like,
Yeah.
but like, if you're talking about like Aziz Ansari, there was a while ago, like he had a bad date with somebody,
Yeah.
and then people were canceling him, and she was like, I had a bad date, like I had a bad experience, and then people weren't fucking with him anymore, and he's like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
It was shitty for him because he just got tossed in the middle of everything around the whole like Weinstein era. But like, yeah, I think it just depends on what you're getting canceled for.
And that's really what I totally agree with that because, like, yeah, you might make mistakes in your life. Like, think about when you were in your teen years, man. Like, I said some dumb shit that I don't want to stand by. You know, like I'm like, damn, like I don't want to say.
But
that.
you aren't admitting to anything.
I'm not admitting to anything, but there could be a chance.
So kill me.
You know, but like you learn from your mistakes. You know, like that's how I feel about it. But did you grow up? This is totally off topic, but did you grow up your whole life in Kitchener-Waterloo?
Yeah,
Really? Yeah.
Word, eh?
yeah.
You grew up in Toronto, right? When you were
So I started in Scarborough. I was a Scarborough kid.
Scarborough Ute.
Scarborough youth. And then I moved to
Where's the accent? You dropped it?
yeah, I dropped it a long time ago, bro.
I can see Matt with like, you know, maybe like a do-rag.
I used to run with. I mean, I was like 6 years old, but yeah, I used to run with the fucking.
The hoodlums.
Anyways, and then I moved to Pickering, and then I moved to Alberta. Then I moved to Cambridge. Then I was in Toronto for a year, just fooling around, looking at shit.
So what was your favorite
Getting
spot?
high.
What was your favorite spot?
Me?
Yeah.
Yo, Alberta's sick. I'm not gonna front. Like you always just
Is
look
it
over here.
mad redneck over there?
It is pretty redneck.
Okay, so Alberta's sick if you're a white dude.
Yeah, there's no way. Like, yeah, you have to clarify that.
But I mean, like you're just like walking around, right? And then you look over there and you just see mountains. Like, bro, that's
I bet that'd be
tight.
dope. Yeah,
That's tight,
I think that'd
bro.
be sick.
That's so sick. And you never get
Have you been
lost.
out west?
You always know where the west is.
You always know where the west is?
Yeah, if you're in Calgary, because I lived in Calgary, you always know where west is because the mountains are west of Calgary. So you never get lost. You always know where you are pretty much.
It's kind of dope, actually.
It is, man. It's sick.
No,
But you
it's
could use
actually,
the sun, like, same shit.
it's actually beautiful there.
I mean, I guess. Now that you mention it, but
Like-
I don't know. I tend not to stare at the sun, although I hear it is good for you.
Actually, staring at the sun, apparently, at sunrise,
For an
sunset
hour,
for an hour is
sun
good.
gazing, yeah.
Yeah.
I try and do it sometimes.
Shout out Ramsey.
Shout out
Shout out
Ramsey.
Ramsey.
Ramsey told me that.
You know the shorties love the golden hour when the sun's about to go down. You know, they're out here taking
So do I. Shit.
I was gonna say it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just the shorties,
No,
bro.
but they're out here taking their Instagram photos. You know.
Of course, man. Who
I don't
isn't?
take Instagram selfies, man. I'd rather have a photo taken of me.
That's
you know?
exactly. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I feel like guys are not like they normally will not take a selfie.
Unless they're famous.
Maybe.
Unless you're the
actually.
Weeknd walking through the Super Bowl light show maze thing that he had. He's holding on to the phone.
Yeah, that was actually a very good performance.
Did you watch that performance?
Yeah. I don't really care for it.
Really, eh? I thought it was
not
the
a fan
best.
of
I thought he
Weeknd,
was.
eh?
I thought
No,
it was
I
the
am.
best thing he ever did. It was this magnum opus. Like he was just presenting himself.
Listen, man. Just like everything else in North America, like Super Bowl performances are just like overhyped. Like it's cool, it's whatever. It's a nice little production. Like it takes a lot of work to have it. Like I appreciate it, but
They
it's
made
like,
such a big scene about.
but it's like, man, I don't really care.
yeah.
Like
I care when it's the weekend. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean,
when
the
it's the
weekend's
weekend
music.
and the weekend alone, like that's I don't know.
I mean, like
it feels like he's taking the Super Bowl as opposed to the Super Bowl taking him. You know what I mean?
that's bullshit. You can't say that because the Super Bowl's been taking everybody left, right, and center.
Yeah, but there
since-
hasn't been a solo performance in this. Has there a solo
doesn't-
performance in like
that doesn't mean
time?
he's taking
No,
anything.
you're actually. I think you are right. There hasn't been.
Like it's always been people doing like
people, 2 or 3
medleys, like
people.
like a band and like a rapper or something. This time it was just the weekend.
But that doesn't mean shit to
felt
me.
like the weekend showcase.
Yeah, it definitely did feel like the weekend showcase, like a
Yeah.
weekend performance, definitely. But like, there's been so many Super Bowl things, and like, the hype is all really about just commercials, man. Like Super Bowl halftime, like Super Bowl, like
Facts. Well, you don't like
commercials.
football, right?
I enjoy it, but I don't love it.
Yeah. See, I honestly I don't even know if I enjoy it.
I would rather play football. Like I would
Yeah.
rather play any sport as opposed to watching it. But
Facts, yeah.
I won't. I'll put it on if I have nothing else to do. But that's very rare for me to like just put on football. I'll watch like
Very
highlights
rare
or
for you
some
to have
shit.
nothing to do, bro.
I'll watch like highlights.
Yeah, me too.
But like that's about it. Like I'm not really sitting here watching the whole game. But anyway, yeah, like I don't know, man. Like I really don't think that just because he's one of the only artist to have done it solo means anything to me. He's still on the same page as all the other artists that have done it. Either way, he's done a Super Bowl halftime performance. So has Beyonce. So has what? Like U2. Has U2 done it? I don't know. Fuck.
Man, you keep track good.
I don't.
Yeah, you guys
Nickelback's
remember,
got-
say, you
remember
know
when
more than
Apple,
me, man.
Do you remember when Apple just decided to throw U2 on your were you? Do you remember that? They used to just throw it on your Apple Music. They used to throw it on your
Really?
iTunes.
I don't
The whole
remember.
album.
Really?
They downloaded
no.
no.
People were mad.
They were-
Honestly, it was a
mad?
pretty decent.
I remember
album,
my
but
grandparents. This is so weird, but like I still remember this day.
It was supposed to be a gift from Apple
Yeah.
and from YouTube. They
And
expected everyone
I
to
remember
enjoy
my
it.
grandparents were like, "Aaron."
So that was back
Aaron.
when you had to buy music on
Yeah,
iTunes. Bro.
yeah. It wasn't even there was no streaming back then.
Yeah.
But I remember
Yeah.
my grandparents were like, "Aaron." My grandparents are very Christian, by the way, guys. So I just want you like to fill that in. But like they were very Christian. They're like, "What is this secular music going on my?" They're like, "What is
Oh
this?
my God.
What is this secular music going on my phone? I didn't download this."
They're probably pissed.
And they're like, "Can you please call
Mad
Apple?"
pissed.
So I'm out here
Call
calling
Apple.
Apple because they wanted me to so bad, even though I would have just deleted it for them. And they just wanted it off their phone ASAP. But like,
That's
shout out to
hilarious.
my grandparents.
Shout
They're
out.
very particular on what they want in life.
Yeah, your grandparents are hilarious.
You have to be particular in what you want in life, bro. How else would you get it?
Yeah, if you aren't, then they just toss you two on your phone.
Just toss. fucking-
Dead ass. If you're not, then you're just expected to enjoy you too.
Mm-hmm.
I like them, but
Me too.
I don't really keep track of them like that.
Hey, bro. She moves in mysterious ways.
She does. No, I know the reference. I was just playing with you. I haven't listened to the song.
Oh god.
What?
So funny.
He was trying to find an edit point so we could cut that out.
Yeah, I thought we were cutting that out.
We're not cutting out shit, bro. This is raw.
Have both
Raw dogs.
have both of your other podcasts been like fluid all the way through? Like, did you edit them?
Are you
or,
doing
like,
much
did you
editing
cut?
with it?
I haven't cut. I'll probably cut like the one with Andrew B. 'Cause that was 3 hours.
Oh shit.
Damn, man. And you guys were talking about like just success and like motivation.
I'm actually mostly talking about like what it's like to be a teacher, like Ontario. Talking about like the Ontario curriculum. He said he taught in the UK for a little bit, and it's like a completely different system for like high school.
Have you done any research from like
I can't tell
the
which one would be
US
worse.
curriculum to compare it to Canadian?
I have not. Why?
I was just curious. I don't know. Because
Have
I'm
you?
actually because I've experienced a lot of different curriculum when it comes to schooling and stuff because I was
Yeah, you were homeschooled.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
homeschooled.
you dealt with
and
the
then I was in a
bunch, yeah.
private school, and then I was in public school, right? And I've experienced all three of those, and like fundamentally, they're all three quite different, you know. And when I was going from homeschooling to private school, I was very unsure of what it was going to be like to be taught by someone other than my mom, you know. Like, it's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
That
Like,
is
I
pretty
can't just
wild.
wake up, have some breakfast, and be like, oh, crack open the math book, you know, like
In your PJs?
in my PJs, you know, at the table. It was sick.
It's kind of cool.
Honestly, I loved those experiences with my mom, and it was like really cool because I
A
got
lot
to
of
learn.
people are
Like, my
going back
teacher
to
was
it.
my mom, and I know a lot of people actually are very adamant about homeschooling and saying how good it is.
A lot of people are going
But
back to it.
but
Especially.
the thing
Man.
is being someone that has experienced it.
Yeah.
I didn't get that social interaction.
I was about to
you
say.
know?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that's the biggest thing that
That's
is
why
a
you're
drawback.
so awkward right now.
Yeah, I'm socially awkward, guys. That's exactly what's going on.
But yeah, continue.
No, I had the YMCA. My mom tried to counteract that with like, oh, we'll just throw him in YMCA and he'll be playing sports with
So
kids
what, you were
there.
hitting the gym? Oh, okay.
I was
12 years old, just pumping
Come
iron.
on, you guys.
I'm
you guys
some
didn't-
benching fucking
You
300
guys didn't do any of like the
All
YMCA
87 pounds
activities,
of
you
them?
know?
Nah.
I was in gymnastics in YMCA.
You were in gymnastics.
They had it there, yeah. And then I also used to play like Kid Zone. Shout out Dan. Dan and I would be like,
Kids zone.
yeah, Kid Zone.
Kids
as
Zone
well.
like the
How do you play
playground?
Kids zone?
Like the indoor playground thing?
No, Kid Zone was like this place where you would just go in and play games.
Thank you.
with,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh.
Like they had the whole like structures and stuff and the ball pit and stuff for like little kids, right? Is that what you're talking about? Kids Zone and KW?
Okay, that's a totally different one, but I do know that one too. It's
This is
a totally
like-
different thing. There was just like a group called Kid Zone. I did play like air hockey, ping pong, Mario Kart, all that sort of shit. It was
It's like
fun.
an
Did
arcade.
Mario Kart there?
Yeah, they did. They had a game.
I don't think we're talking about
I
the
think
same
I
thing, bro.
I might have an idea of what you're talking about.
Kitchener YMCA, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, we're still in the YMCA. The Kids Zone was part of YMCA.
Yes.
Oh,
I think I know. I don't
know what you're talking
because they
about.
kept changing the name of it. It was
They
like Kid
did,
Zone, and then it
yes.
was like Da Zone or something.
Yeah.
The Zone.
Yeah, it was like weird shit like that, bro. I know exactly what he's talking about because when he said Mario Kart, I was like, okay.
Yeah, because Matt was out here. He started had memories flooding back. Oh yeah,
For
I remember
real,
making
for-
people cry when I was playing in Mario Kart against. them.
Yeah?
Who was? I was
Honestly,
sick
I just
at Mario
remember
Kart.
making out with girls.
Everyone was sick of Mario Kart. What?
Who'd you main? I was a Yoshi guy.
No. You were making out with girls at
Yoshi
YMCA
and Toad
Kids
were
Zone.
obviously the best.
Of course
that's
you did.
true.
Who
How
did?
old were you?
Oh, bro, I was like 12 or 13,
Oh my god.
You're an animal, man.
Yeah.
maybe 14.
When was let's segue into relationships because I'm kind of curious about what your thoughts are on some of this.
Oh, we're getting
Some
deep
of this stuff.
into
We're getting deep in this podcast.
didn't-
All right, what are we
So when
talking
was
about?
it? When was your first like? Okay, let's say like corny like middle school relationship. Do you have an elementary school? Do you ever
Yeah.
date someone?
Yeah, I dated someone from grade 8 to grade 11.
Oh damn!
A word,
I actually
eh?
didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty long.
My first relationship was grade 6, bro.
How was it? How was it like hanging at the park with her?
Oh, it's tight.
Was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kiss her in the slide?
Bro, I'm not sure if I can talk about it anymore.
Matt doesn't kiss and tell, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Just
I
tell
don't
her.
kiss and tell.
I remember.
I'll tell you her name was Jody.
so
she
gr-
lived in Alberta.
Shout out
She doesn't
Jody.
go to this
Oh
school,
yeah.
bro. Yeah, she
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
go to
yeah,
this
yeah. One time at band camp,
One
actually.
time at band camp, baby. So I remember I fucking. This is when I went from private school and it was Christian school, so I was very conservative. Did not do anything with any girls, and I was like super careful. What is it?
Snowing.
It's snowing.
Oh my god.
Wow.
The snowcast,
I
baby.
think I didn't get my winters off. But going back to the story, so I was very conservative. I honestly didn't really talk to girls too much during private school. And then when I transferred to public
What
school...
about during homeschool? Did you talk to girls?
Yeah, my fucking sisters, bro. Look at this guy. He thinks he's so funny, eh?
Anyway, yeah.
I can't chirp you too much because you're like the owner of this podcast. You know?
Yeah, you know, no, whatever.
Yeah, we can't talk too much
Yeah,
shit.
no big deal.
Alright, just 1 second.
Thank you. Yeah, sure. Like, are we leaving now?
Oh no, I'm sorry. My coworker just told me that you wanted to pay your bill. If not, that's not.
Oh, yeah, like, I just didn't mean now.
I'm sorry.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
What
Oh,
time
that's
did
fine.
You guys, what time do you guys close?
Yeah, what time do you close at?
We close at 9, but you guys are welcome.
What time is it?
It's 7:30.
7:30.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you about my relationship, alright? So I came from private school, and I came from a home school. I didn't have any eye candy in class, right? Because they were my sisters, you know?
Nothing ethical, at least.
I know. So when I came from the private school to public school, I remember I was like blown away. I was like, yo, there are some hot girls in this school, you know? Like, I was grade 8. The hormones are going crazy, you know? So I remember there was this one girl I was super interested in. And
What was her name?
Tristan. I actually do remember her name.
Tristan. Isn't that
that's
a guy's
boy's
name?
bro.
No, it was
Are
a
you?
girl's name.
Hold on. Are we gonna have to revisit?
Okay, come on. Let's rewind.
I think we have to like merge onto a different
How
topic.
many boys were in your class after school?
I'll fucking fact check this too. Tristan's is a unisex name, okay? Let's be real.
Gonna ask Siri.
Siri, it's Tristan's unisex name. No, but going back, so I asked her out. And then the walk home, I was like panicking. I'm like, oh god, I can't date this girl. So I broke up with her 15 minutes later. So I dated her for a whole 15 minutes. It was pretty sick.
That's
Bro.
15 minutes more than you expected, though, bro.
Probably, yeah. You know, it was an experience. Can you believe that though? 15 minutes? Damn.
Why did you freak out, man? You were just
I
like,
don't know, I
Were you
just kind
scared
of
that your
low-key
Christian
panicked.
God would look
I grew up in a Christian home, alright?
like, fuck, I'm gonna end up in hell.
Probably. I was 13. 12, 13, somewhere around there. But yeah, you said you dated someone from grade 8 to 11. Who broke up with who? What happened?
It was weird. You just
Yeah?
sort of just broke up.
Just broke up.
That happens. So
Just
sometimes
like,
it's just like, yo, I'm sick of you. and
Shout
you're
out to
sick of
Natalie
me.
Hag.
You
Natalie.
just dropped the last.
Did I?
I don't know. I think you did.
No, I don't think so.
You might have to bleep that out.
Yeah.
What's her home phone number?
I don't know her fucking home phone number, dude. But
Drinking
yeah.
all the tea, eh?
Dude,
Got
T's,
two going.
T's fire too going.
Yo, the tea is real good. Man.
T's fire, man. But
Shout
yeah,
out to
man,
the
that
Meat
was
Point black tea.
the first real relationship, and then I was, you know, me for a year, and then I entered a different relationship,
Yeah, it's crazy that we're all single now. Damn.
and everywhere's fucking closed.
Everywhere, bro.
No, how
you
bad
can't
is
even wheel
that?
and deal.
Like, how bad is that though? Like, let's be real. Like, it is good.
Have we all been single at the same time before?
No, it's the first time.
No.
And yet
I
we're
guess-
fucking restricted with all this.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm just saying, like, for as long as the quarantine or as long as COVID exists and like things are shutting down, I'm not counting this as me like aging in the slightest. You know what I mean?
You're
My
so
birth.
shy.
My
We're not
birth-
counting this birthday. We're not counting
Yeah,
this.
I'm not counting this birthday. I'm not counting
That's
this
smart,
entire
dude.
year. As far
Fuck,
as
just wipe it
everyone's
from
aware.
our memories.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
As far as everyone's aware, this year did not happen.
So fuck,
You
I'm
know
still
you're-
20.
But
That
let's be
sucks.
real. Let's all.
No, it's kind of sick though because you have the knowledge of a 21-year-old, but you're
fuck.
still 20, so you're ahead of the game.
I'm
bro.
ahead of the
You're way
game,
ahead of the
dude.
game. You're
No one can say shit
365
to me.
days ahead,
But
bro.
let's all self-reflect. Obviously, this pandemic has sucked, and like quarantine is annoying. But like, I actually think over this past year, I've grown more as a person than I have in my entire life.
Oh yeah, bro, it's the best
And
time
it's
of my
because
life.
you're like, I feel like you're stuck at home by yourself, and you like, yeah, some people will choose to be productive, and some people will choose not to be productive with their time. But this entire quarantine, I told myself, I was like, I want to look back a year later and be like, what did I do with my time during this like 3-month lockdown where I'm by myself? You know, did I better myself as a person, or was I just some like bum that was watching Netflix all day?
And we were talking about that too in
And
the middle
I-
of it because
and
we
I
were both
don't-
like, this will
yeah.
never happen again, probably.
It won't happen.
And I mean, who
most
the hell
likely.
knows? But
Yeah, who the hell knows, right?
But you know, like, can you self-reflect, and would you say you used your time wisely, or would you say that you didn't use your time wisely?
I definitely use my time wisely.
And that's the best thing, you know. Like, I'm happy that we can all say that because
Yeah.
I didn't want it. Like, I wanted to just be able to go to the gym. You know, I was going on nature walks. And that was like a good aspect. It was such a highlight, and I got closer to you guys through this. You know,
Definitely.
Like,
Yeah, nature walks is the spiritual gym.
and it's crazy because we have these exact same talks during this podcast that we did on on the walks. You know, like
So that begs the question: have we grown since then?
I definitely have.
Well, if we're talking about the same shit, then really have we really like that's the question.
I wouldn't say we're talking. Well, I'd say we have like.
Nah, we're telling other people about that.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
We're just reflecting on what we talked about.
We gotta loop you guys in, you know.
Yeah, man, we got to keep them up to date for some context, you know. But no, I agree. Like, I think the fact that like we don't have really anything to do.
Yeah.
I think it's actually a good test, man. Because if you think about it, like, if everyone was given the opportunity to not have anything to do, what do you do with it? It's like, do you use it or not?
Yeah.
I think that's the test, and I feel like some people used it. Some people like either stayed the same in terms of like their, I don't know, motivation, or even their just like physical attributes, or some people like gained weight and like just didn't do fuck all.
That's the thing.
I would have rather, I don't know, I think I'm the same, but at least I know I haven't gained weight, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's maintained, that's
sure.
all I'm at. I'm sure.
Just kidding.
I'm sure.
I might have gained weight after this dinner though, to be honest, 'cause I ate too much.
We had a lot of food.
I ate way too much.
We had 3 meals on deck. No, 4.
Four meals.
Four
bro.
meals.
4 meals.
Four
And
meals.
that was before 2 appetizers too.
2
Or
baskets
after
of bread.
2 Yeah, madness, bro, madness.
Man,
But we got through. Like my stomach's settling nicely. Usually,
I'm telling you, it's the
you know,
tea,
something,
bro.
some wild.
I'm telling you, it's the tea, bro.
I know, I'm ready for the refill actually.
Yeah, I'm super ready for refill.
We
Do
need
they
a
charge by the
bro.
cup?
Nah, bro, tea. You don't get charged for tea.
I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding.
I
don't
didn't know
know.
if it was
Most
refill.
places, yeah, teas
Nah,
are
nah,
free.
nah. Teas are free, bro.
Yeah.
Because Turkish people are super like, they're big into hospitality, you know.
Yeah, and like tea is just like water at one point, bro. It's like
Yeah, it's water with leaves in it, basically.
literally.
Makes it taste pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, the leaves are mad delicious, bro. But
Yeah. But anyway.
cause yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like I was ready for bed after that.
So
meal
was I, dude.
And before the podcast,
I almost said, let's pack it up.
Yeah, I was ready for it.
Skip
But then I was
the
like,
Skip.
yeah,
I'm
man.
done.
It's like skipping class in high school, dude.
Did
Bro,
you
there
skip
were
class? A lot of high school?
Yeah.
You definitely. I did.
I
My last
had-
year, I skipped so much.
So in
bro.
my report card, I remember reading it, and my dad was reading it with me, and he looked at the attendance. I don't know if you, I'm assuming you had the same report card, but like
Well,
they would
yeah,
have
it's
like
in Ontario.
they would have like how many classes you attended over how many classes were actually in the semester, right?
Yeah.
And I literally had half the semester missed,
Me too.
half the semester, and I still averaged like 70, 80s. Like it was just so easy.
Why were you missing class? Just cause?
For me-
honestly, I enjoyed high school some aspects, but I didn't like it a lot of the time. It's kind of hard to explain. Like
I just
there
like
were-
the social aspect of it.
That was the
That
only
was
thing I
so
liked.
fun, bro.
I was getting
That was
high
the
for a
only
lot
thing I
of my high school, bro. I was still grabbing like 90s in class, and then like my final year, there were a couple classes that I skipped, and like I was really certain that the curriculum hadn't changed from when my brother did it. So I just took his notes because he still had them, and then I would just like skip and like I'd double check, you know, with the boys, whatever. Like, yo, did we cover this? We covered that. They're like, yeah, all right, whatever, cool.
That's pretty
And
dope.
then yeah, it was good
With
to
your
go.
little
I would just
fucking-
like go and like hit the forest with my boys and like smoke
Yeah,
up.
with
like,
your Dungeons and Dragons boys.
my Dungeons and Dragons. No, but by that point,
Oh
man, I
my
was playing
God.
Super Smash Bros. Like fucking crazy.
Yeah?
Brawl had just come out.
I've never been into video games, man.
Super,
know, you were
hey, I
never-
feel that, but like Super
Not even
Smash
FIFA?
Bros.
I I have FIFA currently, but like I'll rarely play it, man.
See, I'm the same way. Like, I don't play a lot of video games. I get excited for it, and then like I'll buy it, and then I just never play it.
But yeah, honestly, it's like a huge time investor. I feel like, and I
That's
just
the
don't have.
thing,
I
bro.
don't have time to be
That's the
investing
thing.
in something that like it's just entertainment. You're not really benefiting yourself, to be honest.
Yeah.
And like, is it wrong? No. Like in moderation, it's not that bad.
Nothing is wrong in moderation.
Yeah.
Like to get real good at a PvP game.
You have to be playing-
I was talking
yeah.
to Brian about this
Yeah,
with
you
Russ,
have to
man.
be
You have to
top.
be playing.
You have to be
constantly.
playing constantly, and I'm not trying to be mediocre at something. You know, like the way I am, I always want to be the best of the best. So if I'm going to be playing a game, I'm going to be investing time into it to be
Yeah.
the best I possibly can be.
Yeah, the shit
Same
like
in
that.
sports, you know, like when you're really passionate about a sport,
Yeah.
like you're gonna invest time in it. And it's like, shout out to Dan, like honestly, when he introduced me into wheelchair basketball, I was playing high school basketball at the time, right? And I enjoyed wheelchair basketball so much that I knew, like at the core, I couldn't balance all these different things. I was in school, I was in youth group with the church, I was in high school basketball, I was working at H&M, and I had wheelchair basketball. It was too much, right? So I had to drop one.
Yeah.
And I chose to drop high school basketball. I actually ended up quitting the team because I enjoyed wheelchair basketball so much, and I was supporting my friend. Like, I'll give you guys some context.
So what was youth group?
Youth group
Actually,
was
tell
like-
me after. Tell me
So
after.
I like the pastor. No, I'm just kidding. I was gonna.
What is it? Actually, do you want to tell us?
No, I was
Would
just
you like to
gonna-
enlighten us on?
I was
it?
just gonna. I was just gonna make
tell me
a
about
fuck
the
joke.
youth group you
I was
you
gonna make a
enjoyed.
fuck joke about the problems in the Catholic Church.
I didn't go to Catholic.
He's
church,
not
so-
Catholic.
No, I know,
he's
but
not
I
Catholic,
I know, but I
What
was just
the
gonna
joke?
say a
So what are
fuck
you
joke
I
about
would
like.
do it.
I don't want to
You're
say
gonna
it.
get canceled.
Come on, say it on your podcast, bro.
I'll say it. Tell you guys after.
I know, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna pour a fucking glass of water though, because honestly, my mouth is dry as hell. But yeah, so I ended up playing wheelchair basketball, and I really enjoyed it. I represented Team Ontario. My friend is paralyzed, and I decided, he asked me to like take up wheelchair basketball with him, and I really enjoyed it. And he works with you with Anatolia quite a bit, which is great.
Yeah. Dan, shout out Dan Bigu.
Shout out Dan.
Danny.
Yeah.
Dan's sick.
Do you think you partied too much in high school, though, going back to high school? Do you
Sorry?
think do you regret partying so much in high school?
No, dude, it's a fucking time. What are you
It's a
talking
time.
about?
What else
Dude,
are
I
you
remember
gonna
this
be doing?
one time. The
Yeah, tell me some. Let's have a little like
Party
little
story?
segue and topic of fucked up high school party stories, because I have some crazy ones.
I don't like the first real memory of like party that I have is like this kid John had a party. He lived right by the high school, so there was a bunch of people. Lived in a townhouse. We're raging. We're all a bunch of grade 9s, maybe some grade 10s. Some of us like, some of us like first drinking alcohol and stuff, and like we're just wilding. This kid, I'm talking to this girl, and like we're just having a conversation, and this guy comes up to us with his pants down in his tighty whities.
Were they actually what?
Well,
Well, I mean, they were
only-
probably a little bit yellow and brown.
But he comes up to us and he's just like messed up, and he's like Neanderthal mode, and he's just like, oh, yeah. Hey guys, and I'm like, what are you doing? And his stepbrother came over and like trying to pull his pants up, and he's like, man, what's wrong with you? Walking around with his underwear. I don't know, man. It's funny.
That shit's hilarious.
That's actually really fucked.
Yo, did you guys ever play around with funnels when it came to drinking? Like just having.
Yeah, actually,
I
think
didn't really.
The first time
We
I
went
ever
to Home
funneled was in
Depot.
front of
Man,
you.
we built a funnel like that had like a
I'll tell you that
stopper and
story.
shit.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we were like funneling Hennessy and Hypnotic and shit.
What?
Bad,
fucked.
bro.
You're
I
fucked
might have
up.
died.
Bad, bro. It's
I
called
probably
an Incredible
died.
Hulk because when you mix Hennessy and
It
Hypnotic
looks
together,
green, right?
it turns green. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I actually never mixed those two, but the first time I funneled was
I'm in, like,
actually
fucking grade
with
10
the
when I
H&M
did
crew.
this. Really?
Shout out H&M. It
At
was
Carino's?
yeah.
And like Simon was
Raymond,
there?
Simon, you.
Which I still have no clue what Simon looks like.
The tall guy.
He's tall.
I have
very
no
awkward.
clue, bro.
He's a nice guy, as your dog.
He's very nice.
It's awkward.
He's very-
Just an awkward.
All right,
dude.
I'll go with my story. All right, I don't know if I've told you this one, Ozgur, but I've told Matt. You're gonna die if I haven't told you this story. But.
Okay.
So, I went to Huron Heights, and
Did you have a teacher named like Mr. B? He taught there. He taught English there.
Mr. Bean? Oh.
No, not Mr. Bean.
Just B.
No, like Barnowski or something. Barnarski. I don't know how to say his
I don't
name.
think I ever had him.
Anyway,
but-
continue.
But going back to what I was saying, so we used to have all these parties in Dune, like the Dune area
Yeah.
of Kitchener. And there was this one party we went to. It was me and a bunch of my boys. And we were smoking some
Some what?
substances.
Oh no. You're doing
Just
And-
say weed, bro. It sounds
I
like
don't know,
crack,
'cause you-
bro.
yeah, it's gonna make it
it's-
sound
it's
like you're
not
doing
worse.
meth or
Yeah,
something.
just-
I was fucking in high school. Obviously, I'm not doing meth in high school.
Well, fuck me. It's
Hey,
Kitchener.
I
right?
know some
Actually, you're
people
right.
who do meth.
It's
in
not
high school.
Hamilton. If you
Oh,
if
I
I,
did.
it was
Got it.
Hamilton, then maybe. But okay, going back to what I was saying, yeah, it was weed. But yeah, so I was smoking. So I was smoking weed, and then we ended up going into like the kitchen area, and I was hungry, bro. I was like, this is one of the like handful of times I smoked weed. And so I was really hungry. I opened their fridge, this place that I don't even know the host who was holding the party. I saw some raspberries quickly. I glanced at them fast. They were in a case, and I grabbed them. I didn't really look at them. So me and my boys are in the...
Just a carton of raspberries.
So my boys are in the bathroom. We're all high. We're just like... I don't know why we just didn't ask for them. It would have made the story a lot less entertaining, but... we just decided to not ask for the raspberries. We went to the bathroom, hid in there, turned off the lights. We're eating raspberries
In the dark.
In the dark.
That sounds
And
pretty romantic, bro.
It was kind of romantic. It was
And
the
how many
boys,
dudes were in there?
It was like a decent amount.
Is this
It
from your-
definitely
is
looked
this-
sketch.
is this from your homeschool?
It definitely looked sketch, but so we're eating these raspberries, and then all of a sudden I have a mouthful. My boy, a mouthful of raspberries. And
In the bathroom, in the dark.
yeah, and
I hope they were mad
I have a
raspberry.
mouthful.
and my boy turns on the lights, and we look at the raspberries, and they're fucking moldy.
Ew.
They're all moldy, and I'm high. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking puke. So my boy like fucking loses his shit. I don't know why he did this, but he like dropped them, and then they're all smudged on the bathroom like floor. We go into the living room,
You left it.
and we left it.
Oh,
we
my
panicked.
God. Is this a party?
It's a party.
Oh, okay.
And there was
Oh, yeah, you could blame it on anybody at that point.
yeah, but listen. So they had this guy that was like the bouncer of the party.
Yeah, I know those.
And he was a big dude. I'm like fucking grade 9. I'm grade 10. I was skinny as fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden I hear this guy. He's like, he opens the fucking bathroom, closes it, and he's like, "Who the fuck has raspberries all over the fucking ground, smudged everywhere?" And I'm out here just like drinking probably my Bud Light or whatever the fuck it was in the corner. I'm like, who the fuck was that?
Who the fuck is this guy?
Who the fuck is this guy?
And I'm like trying, you know, when you're in that situation with your boys, you like, if you make eye contact with your boys, you're just gonna burst out laughing, you know?
yeah, you can't
So
look at him.
I literally was like, I can't look at my boys right now, so I'm looking at the ground. But it was just so dumb. Like the things you do when you're young, you're like, what am I doing?
Like, I'm gonna suspect the dude that's just staring at, making eye contact with the ground,
Yeah,
right?
you could just be high.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair. But I mean, still though.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Oh, it's so true.
Dude,
Matt,
like-
you're up now. What's your dumb high school story?
Hmm?
You got at least one.
Oh, I
And
got
I'll
a
put you
million
on
of
the
them,
spot.
bro.
All right, go.
Okay, choose the funniest one.
Funniest one? Probably. So it was this one time in my boy's basement. So like he lived. It was a separate apartment underneath like where his aunt lived, I guess. And
Like a basement apartment?
Yeah, it was like there was a house up top, and then he had the basement, and there was like a separate entrance.
Right.
And anytime she smelled even like the slightest whiff of like marijuana, she would like rat out to his grandparents. So this one time we're having a party. Her name was Aunt Josephine. She was like a mythical character. No one had ever seen her. Is the thing. What the fuck? You'd only ever hear like stomping around upstairs, and like anytime it was like my boy was like, yeah, that's Aunt Josephine. So this this one time he thinks that she's gone for like mad time for like the weekend or something, because she would always go down to Montreal and see like the grandparents, and so we're in his place, we're smoking, drinking, we're barbecuing, like it's the middle of the summer and stuff. I bring this girl over, and there was a door that like connected the downstairs from the upstairs, but I guess no one ever really looked at it. So I'm like high as fuck with this girl, and I was like, one day I was just like, fuck, I'm gonna try the door, and it opened. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna go find out about Aunt Josephine.
Shut up.
So next thing you know, like I'm stepping up, dude. It was the weirdest place. It was an old person's house. Like you
Yeah.
could very clearly tell. She still had a Christmas tree up and shit.
One of those ones.
Yeah, it was one of them ones, right? And then I was like, there was part of me that was like, yo, I got this girl up here alone, like, and she's down.
Are you
Like,
talking about Aunt Josephine?
no, not Aunt Josephine. But fucking flat a girl on Aunt Josephine's bed.
No, Aunt Josephine.
Not Aunt Joseph. No, I still have never seen Aunt Josephine. I still never have.
There's
No.
like,
The
end
photos?
No,
No.
end table photos.
Dude, nothing.
Of
It was
her,
photos of like my boys' grandparents, like nothing, and it would be like grandkids.
Bro, he
and
probably
stuff.
just said that just so he like you guys wouldn't fuck up his base or something.
No. There was someone who lived up there, man. Like because
What the
he had a
fuck?
room in the basement and his sister had a room in the
It's like a
basement.
fucking troll.
And then
like,
it was no, literally, like she was a mythical creature. We've had like many times we'd be like smoking because he used to have like the volcano, you know, like the like you put weed in it and it's like it blows up the balloon and then you suck out of it.
no, I don't know what that is, but
Oh,
I know
okay.
I know what it is.
Like,
I
it's like
haven't
high tech weed technology.
I've never actually tried those.
They're alright.
I haven't tried those.
But-
Buckets were the thing in the
I
day.
know.
Buckets were the thing, bro.
And
We
if
made
you're
one. We
really-
made one out of. We made buckets out of glass. We figured out how. You just wrap like twine
Yeah.
around glass and then
light
you
on
light
fire.
it,
Yeah.
and then it goes through. So we had like one of the huge like the Texas Mickeys of Bombay. We did that with that, and then like the bigger Bombay, we did it with for the inside one.
It's actually crazy. It's better than smoking plastic,
For
obviously.
sure.
Definitely, dude.
Yeah.
That's where I would always get sketched, you know? You're hitting a 2-liter. Fucking.
They would fuck you though.
Dude, I remember it was Halloween. Shout out Dan again. Always got the craziest stories with him.
Dan comes through. Right?
But
Dan
Dan and I, we dressed up as fucking Joker and Batman.
That's cute. It's a
And
cute little couple's
It was
outfit.
a beautiful couple's
yeah.
outfit.
Sometimes you gotta
And-
team up with the boys.
Yeah, and so we fucking are hitting buckets.
So wait a second. Who was who?
I was Joker.
I had a feeling you were joking.
And
Yeah, you are the little.
Yeah.
You
I
are
was
the Joker of
obsessed
that
with- what can I
relationship.
say?
You look like a
I was
stick.
obsessed with Heath Ledger back in the day, man. His performance of Joker is A1.
Can I get a quick Heath Ledger impersonation?
Yeah, let's go.
Good. You want to know how I got these scars? Oh God. Oh man. Okay, but yeah, going back to the story.
yeah.
So yeah, that was the first time I ever hit buckets, right? So I'm dressed up as Joker, and that was the first time I ever hit buckets, and I remember taking a hit. I was like coughing my fucking lungs out. You know how it is. The first time you hit it, you're fucked. And
Yeah, no more Joker impressions for you. Huh?
Yeah, right.
They actually made them better, to be honest.
Honestly,
the
I was
voice.
gonna say actually they probably made him better.
But it was just so crazy, but it kills your lungs, man. Like when you used to hit those back in the day, oh my god. And then the kids that hit poppers, like, are you kidding?
Oh wow, dude! There was this one dude. Apparently, there was a story. I didn't get to witness it, but there was this one girl. I'm not gonna say her name, but like, there was like some of the boys, like, one of them I played footy with, whatever, and they would chill out by the plaza across from the school. And apparently, one day she came over, like, asking for some weed, and they gave her a bong toke of straight tobacco. and apparently she took
Go on
it.
a head buzz. must be
Apparently she
nuts.
took it and just yacked her everywhere.
That's insane.
Poor girl, man.
Gosh.
Poor girl, dude.
Poor girl, man.
I know, man, but it was hilarious. Like I wish I got to see it.
Have another one as well. Thank
Me
you.
too. Please, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty privileged that I'm getting all the tea here, guys.
Thank you.
No big deal.
Hey,
But
tea
dude,
up,
high school was a time, man. Our high school, like the year after we graduated, the hockey team got canceled because they were doing like fucked shit at parties.
Word, eh?
Wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
What, like?
Whoa, chill.
Whoa, watch the R
You know
word
what?
on the
Honestly,
podcast.
I forgot that we were on a podcast.
No, it's fine. It's
Just
fine. We're good.
engaged, yeah.
We can edit it, but like, nah, they were allegedly. I wasn't there,
Yeah.
but apparently they. Have you guys seen Blue Mountain State? Have you seen Blue Mountain?
Sorry, I can't believe
I can't. Yeah, no, I can't believe it
I
happened.
didn't take a second. Just that I was just like, whoa.
I honestly completely forgot, bro. Yeah, I did that.
Yeah,
shit
I'm gonna keep this, but then I'll just edit what Matt said.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But apparently, have you guys seen Blue Mountain State?
Yeah.
That show's
You know the Oreo challenge?
I've only seen some episodes. I haven't seen all.
So
of them.
apparently, like what they did apparently was like, got all the rookies bombed
Yeah.
and so the Oreo challenge is apparently where like you get butt naked and you put an Oreo in your butt crack and you have to
damn.
run, and whoever drops it has to eat the Oreo.
So why wouldn't you just clean yourself like real nicely?
I mean, I don't know. Either way, why would you still want that Oreo out of your ass?
No, I feel that, bro. But like, if you're being hazed and shit, people are gonna.
Well, who
bully
the
you
fuck
for
is
it.
gonna think like, oh, I better clean my ass today?
You know what's crazy though? Is the hazing that goes on in the States.
Oh, apparently it's fucked.
It's mad
Dude,
crazy, bro.
so, okay,
they have
so
Rolling
my boy-
Stones articles about it.
So my boy, shout out Layton, like from the States. He's from New York, right? I'll tell you the story in a second, but
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
So this is the last of the pot. Would you like me to start another one?
I don't know. Sure, why not?
yeah, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
that'd be
That'd be
great.
awesome. But yeah, so shout out Layton, but like he was going through hazing last year. He's first year college, right?
Shut up. It's
Yeah.
actually real like that? In
Yes.
what, a frat?
Yeah, it was a frat. He got into a frat. He eventually, dude, it took him 6 months to fucking get it.
Shut up.
And he's out here being these guys' slaves. Like, he was literally telling me, like, he would go pick up food for them and drop it off. He'd be up till 3, 4 in the morning, like, at these parties, but he's not allowed to drink, he's not allowed to smoke, he's not allowed to do anything. And, like, they just treat you like shit. And I looked at him, I was like, yo, how? It's not worth it,
Is
man.
it that
Why
important?
is that fun? Like, I don't get that.
Yeah, and I don't get it. I don't get the appeal. But I guess being in a frat, like, you just get those points with the girls and shit. But I don't know, man. For me, it's not even worth it.
Like, is he still in school?
He's still in school and he's in the frat now, but I remember it was going on for like 6 months. And he was telling me he was staying up to like 3, 4 a.m. getting like food for these guys, getting drinks, like doing runs for them,
Like, I
cleaning
could-
the house after parties. Dude, he was cleaning the house when it was like filthy as fuck.
Dude, I could see it kind of being like a like a weekend thing where it's like we just haze you, but then like to have that drag on for
Dude,
months,
6 months,
bro.
that just sucks.
Yeah,
How's that even worth it? That's an investment, man.
It's not worth
My
it.
buddy told me their hockey team used to haze their rookies by going to a movie, and all the rookies would have to go to the front of the theater and say their name and say their kill count. Like shit like that is kind of
That's
funny, you know, it's
hilarious,
whatever. But like, I don't know. They tell me that they used to like shoot pucks at rookies in practice and shit,
Holy shit.
which is fucked. Like,
Yeah, like you could hurt someone, man.
Dude, I
I love those stories. They kill me though.
I do. The hazing ones are pretty funny. Like, he told me, like, dude, he told me that they would, like, lock kids in, like, kennels overnight.
No fucking
I'm not
way,
kidding,
man.
bro. I'm not kidding. He told me that. He told
Wow,
me,
that's appalling.
like, overnight.
Where do they even
in
get
kennels.
That's such a problem. Like, how is that even part of like university culture, man?
I don't know. Like,
Did you just say how do they get kennels? Is that really the matter at hand? You can get one
That's
fucking
the
around the
question.
corner, dude.
what if they had dogs, bro?
No, but I mean, like, you see people bringing in a bunch of kennels. Like, you got 12 rookies,
not
you
kennels.
see people.
No, but they only had, like, 3 at the time. There's,
Oh,
like, 2 or 3.
okay.
It wasn't anything crazy.
That ain't bad, though.
That's still fucked, man.
Overnight, bro? Are you kidding me?
That's retarded. Your back would be fucked.
No, I'm not saying that it's
You're
good for
back
them.
on
I mean,
fuck.
like, I can see how they get away with it is what I'm
Like,
trying
how
to
are
say.
you okay be sitting in a kennel? for
How are you
24
like? Yeah,
hours?
sure, dude. For
I don't know,
24
it's
hours.
crazy. And you know what's crazy is that's light hazing. What I heard.
Are you allowed to
He
smoke
told me-
cigarettes
he
or
told me
something?
You have to be sober for the entire time you're getting hazed. You're
That
not allowed to drink.
sucks, dude.
That's what
Honestly,
he told
like,
me specifically.
I'll be smoking mad
Might be
cigarettes,
different.
bro.
It might be
I'm not gonna lie
different.
to you.
It might be different throughout all the different universities.
I mean, like, I think
colleges.
there should definitely be like a fun like part of like
Hazing.
sports or like hazing, like university
Yeah.
stuff, like just
You
as
can
like a
make it
fun.
fun.
But like if you're actually locking people in kennels or like just doing abusive things, I think that's just appalling that's still a thing,
It's okay, yeah.
and that universities are like turning a blind eye to it.
Yeah. No, I totally
It's
agree,
over the
man.
top, man.
Like,
well, I
think
mean, it's
about
because
it.
unnecessary.
sports runs a lot of universities, right?
That's fair, actually. That's a good point.
So, like, if
yeah,
you
but
fuck
frats
up your
aren't necessarily sports.
No.
teams.
No,
It's
but a lot of
unnecessary.
hazing is sports-based, too.
Yeah, but
Like, team-based.
yeah, but I feel like at that point, is it really like? I think there's a difference between like sports hazing, as far as I know, hazing in sports as a rookie and hazing freshman university students like a frat, man.
Yeah,
like I've never heard
I-
anything that bad in sports where they're locking people in kennels. Like,
Yeah, shit like that. It's
Dude,
pretty
but
hardcore,
take
bro.
in that's like light shit that was happening there. Like, it's
Yeah,
not
that's a
even
good
crazy.
day, right?
It's a good day.
yeah.
Like, you're in a kennel,
It's
you're
a
like,
good day.
you're happy about it.
Oh, thank God I'm only in a kennel.
I
Thank
did
God.
kennel duty.
Thank God it's
I didn't
not.
draw Oreo duty.
Yeah, man.
That's so gross, dude. That's
Fuck,
so.
man, that's tough.
I don't know, guys are fucked, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, some of the shit that happens, like in university and college and stuff, I'm like, yo, guys are fucking dicks sometimes. But like,
Yeah, guys are.
It's about
Yeah.
momentum, man. A
But
lot
it's
of people
jokes
build up
still,
certain
like-
momentum.
I don't know. Like, even when I think about like high schools and elementary schools and the way that like some people are treated just because they look different or like even,
Yeah.
like I remember I had this guy that was He was a homosexual in high school, and I remember the way he was treated was appalling. And I
Really?
actually stood up for him, man, because I was like, that's not okay with me. Like the way he was getting treated was so bad. I was like, I don't wish this upon like some of the people I hate the most, you know?
Really?
And like I still
Why?
think
What
about it.
happened?
Man, they would tease him. They would lock him in lockers. They would like.
Shut up. He would fit in a locker. I wouldn't.
He was very skinny, bro.
I wouldn't fit in a locker.
It's 'cause you're
No,
fat.
I couldn't.
I'm just kidding.
I was pretty chubby back in the
Were
day.
you actually?
Yeah, I'm not like
I would
pretty
say you're
chubby, but like
chubby.
I was like, what?
I would say you're chubby.
No, not now.
No, I was saying even back then. I knew you back then. How long have I known you for now? It's been like 4 years, 5 years, maybe even 6.
I don't know.
Since he was 14.
Well, like,
15?
Wait.
no,
I'm
I got a
21.
job at H&M when I was 16.
Yeah, he was very young.
Yeah,
I
I was
remember him
gonna say,
getting
yeah.
hired because I remember Connie was like,
Actually?
yeah, because Connie was like, you
Shout out
had to
Connie.
wait for your 16th birthday, didn't you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
interviewed before my 16th birthday.
Because Nahaya had linked you.
Yeah, my aunt.
Was it off this entire time?
No, it just turned off.
But yeah, nah, H&M was kind of cool. H&M was a sick first job because bare people like in high school wanted that job so
Yeah.
bad, just
Really
because
good.
it's like, because it's clothes, you know. Like everyone wished they could work there. All the
I'll be
girls
honest,
wish they
like-
could work there.
I've worked for H&M for 8 years now, right? And I've done a lot of different things, but like there are aspects of the company that I will take into other workplaces, you know?
It's like
Because-
any job though, man.
I know, but like
Transferable skills.
like you enjoyed that. It was a fun time, and the networking and the people, like the people and the culture of H&M was actually enjoyable to me. Like,
Yeah,
I,
like-
I wouldn't have met you or you if it wasn't for H&M.
yeah, facts.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
But like I think I don't know, the culture just like any other place sort of changes though. Like after a while I didn't fuck with it anymore.
Yeah, you grow as a person. You gotta change, you know. You gotta,
Sure, yeah, you just kind of like, I feel like depending on who you are, whether or not you can be comfortable with being uncomfortable, like eventually if you are that type of person, eventually like whether it's a job or a school is just going to be too not enough. You know what I mean? Like the same thing over and over is just going to be like not overwhelming, but just unsatisfying.
Yeah.
And then eventually you're just like, hey man, like fuck this, like I've been doing this for too long, like what am I
Because-
doing?
yeah,
because
But
think
some
about
people
it.
are okay with it.
Exactly, man.
But think about it, like you're always trying to have your next challenge, you know, and like working retail as just a part-time sales advisor, which you were, like how far can you go with that, you know? Like how challenged can you be? There's not a lot.
But even some people are okay with that, man. Like some
Which
people are
is-
fine with
that's
like
crazy
just
to
kind
me.
of being part-time and then just being full-time.
That's crazy.
I'm not okay with
I'm
that.
not okay with that. The moment you become stagnant with a job, like how can you go into that 9 to 5 or whatever job it is, 5 days a week, and actually enjoy yourself when you're not being challenged, you're not learning? I feel like your brain
There's no,
kind of
like-
just goes with the motions, and it becomes
Yeah.
a job where it's like,
Yeah, you stagnate.
you're,
bro.
yeah,
Well, it's like there's no stimulus at one
no,
point,
there
dude.
isn't.
And
You're
it's just
not
like doing
learning
the
new
same
things.
shit. Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
learning new things. Like,
Yeah, for
sure, like maybe each day there might be like a new customer or like a new problem that you haven't dealt with in a while, but like even that problem in itself is very similar to what you would have done like yesterday or the day before. Like it's all in the same realm of problem solving. You know what I mean? Like most problems are very similar, especially retail specifically. Is like someone dealing with a customer that's upset because you didn't have a size,
Yeah.
which is the main thing. And then I don't know what other problems would be like. What?
There honestly isn't that many problems. Like, but there's the customer-based problems, and then there's like problems that are going on with the business. Maybe
Yeah,
IT,
there's in-house type
maybe
shit.
IT or.
And half of those times are like there's out of your control too. So it's
Yeah,
like,
you just do what you can do.
and then at that point it's just that's the thing is like problem solving in jobs is like depending on the job, if there's not enough problems for you to be stimulated and really use your brain, then it's just kind of like stupid. Like what are you really doing if you're not solving problems and being satisfied, you know?
And that's why I want a job, you know, that like there are a lot of different aspects to it, you know.
I don't want a
Like,
job.
That's facts.
You want to.
That's
You
how I
want to.
feel.
You want to.
I don't want a
You want
job.
to grow a business. You want to. What do you want to do then?
I just don't see it as a job.
You want something that you love doing.
Yeah, man.
Hobby.
Yeah, like fucking. You could just turn like a hobby into like like something like that's sustainable for you, like financially.
Does
Your
it keep
goal.
being
and
a hobby at that point, though?
it depends how you see it.
Yeah.
Because-
Where do you see yourself in 5 years, man?
Me?
What is your ideal Matt Hallman 5 years from now?
Homan.
Hallman?
Homan.
Hallman. Homan?
I'm gonna change my last name. That's number one. How about that? How about that?
No, yeah, it's a deep question, but I'm curious. Like, I always like to, you know, you gotta set goals for yourself, and you gotta see where you, like, I always wonder where I'm gonna be in the next 5 years, you know?
I plan simply. I plan on being better in terms of, well, first of all, like, I want to have fully dedicated myself to one thing or another that's generally based around building. So like something that's really like sparked my interest is like carpentry. So like if I can find a way to work with my hands, find a way to actually like build things as opposed to destroy things, you know what I mean? That would be ideal. I don't need to be like insanely rich or anything, and I just need to be with supportive people. Like I don't really have one expectation or another for my life. It's because every day, like the way that I think about it is that if you're not getting better every day, you're probably getting worse. So the entire point for me is to just get better every day, and that could be at one thing or the other. It could be getting better at carpentry, for instance. Could be getting better at social, like networking, talking to people. Could be getting better. Who knows,
True.
like
There's an impossible amount of things to get better at, like,
exactly.
if you really wanted to.
Exactly.
Like, how many languages are there in the world? If you wanted, you can go
That's
learn
a
it.
big one, man. Like, being able to, like, be either bilingual is, like, a huge thing, like, especially in Canada, you know, like,
Bro, at this
being
point,
able to speak French and
nah, at this point, being bilingual doesn't mean fuck. You have to be, like, trilingual at least.
But being able to speak,
Yeah, man.
being able to speak French and English is, like, huge, you know?
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, how many other people can do that, though, man? Like, how do you really stand out in a nation that the two languages are, you know, it has two languages. So how do you stand out by knowing those two languages when millions of other people do? That's
You're
my
right.
point.
The boundaries are constantly being expanded, you know?
Yeah,
like,
there's,
you
like-
always want to be,
There's
like, I feel like it's a lot harder. Even think back, man, like, 60 years ago, having a degree didn't mean shit. Like, you were able to get a job to like, sustain your family.
It meant a lot, man. What are you talking about? Nowadays, it doesn't mean shit. A university degree now?
Oh, yeah. Cut that out. I reversed it.
No, it meant a lot back
No,
in the
I
day.
know. Well, actually, no, it didn't. Dude, I talked to my papa. You could get any job you walked into. You literally, I'm being dead serious with you. 60 years ago.
But is that because a lot of people just didn't happen to have university degrees?
They didn't.
Well,
Back then.
yeah, exactly. So if you happen to have one, you would have stood out a lot. Is my point.
I guess, but you didn't need it. It was not necessary.
Yeah, obviously, you don't need
Now
one today.
It's hard.
Well, you could
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could also make a livable wage, like a livable middle class wage, working a factory job.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need one.
Yeah.
Look at Toyota, for example, bro.
Any
If
factory.
you're there for 10 years.
Whoa, no free ads, bro.
Yeah, but I'm just.
Yeah, look at
Just cut that
bro.
entire segment out because I fucked up.
No, I'm not cutting it out. I'm just
Yeah,
bleeping
cut
the
it out.
fucking company name that you just mentioned.
No, cut the entire segment.
No, man. If you look stupid, that's fine.
Alright, that's fine.
The entire point is to look stupid, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
Be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. But yeah, no, man. Like now, like university, college degrees don't mean fuck all, because everyone has it. Everyone has it. Like
Yeah,
by
but
the
still,
time we
you
have.
were able. Like, I still stand by what I said, to be honest, because at the end of the day, you still could 60 years ago get.
Yeah,
a
and you
job
can do
make
that now
100K.
though too, man.
Yeah, it's more rare though. It's definitely rare.
But can
Definitely.
you raise a family off that job without getting
Fair.
a degree? Whereas before you could.
Well,
raise
if
a
you work at
family.
factory job, you can.
I don't know if you can. Not by yourself, man.
What's
You
the
can't,
quality-
you can't keep a wife at home.
I guess
and
that's
What's
fair,
the
yeah,
quality
it's
of
a couple
life,
kids,
you know?
right?
Like,
Well, it depends where you live too, though.
I mean, yeah, but like I'm speaking from the experience of someone who lives in Canada, right?
Well, I mean, I feel like even if you were to live like somewhere like northern Ontario, a little west, you probably have better real estate prices.
Yeah, you know, probably
mortgages.
not though, because food up there costs.
I'm
a
not
lot
talking
more.
that. I'm not talking that high up north, man. I'm talking like, I don't know, like
Even Timmins, bro. My dad lived up in Timmins. Food was more expensive up there.
how far? I don't know where Timmins is. I know the
It's
name.
8 hours north.
Okay, that's a little too far. I'm talking about. I'm just talking basically.
Yeah.
I'm just talking basically where a spot where real estate prices aren't as bad as here is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like if you can get if you can get a house for like 200, 300 grand, you're fine with a factory job. You're golden with a factory job.
Depends, yeah. Depends, I would say.
Well, obviously everything depends. Like it depends if you have 10 kids. No shit, it's gonna be hard. But like if you have 2 kids and a wife, like you can very well lead a family
Hell
with
no,
a
you
factory
can't.
job.
Hell no, you can't.
I'll let you guys debate. I'm just
Why?
gonna stay here as a standby.
You won't make enough, bro.
How much is your mortgage?
You tell me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you go up a little, like if you just go somewhere where it's not around
He
here.
rented. That's why when he was up there. Like.
Oh, okay.
Like no, he did buy while he was up. He was up there for time. So, shit, I don't know what his mortgage was, man.
I don't. Well, it could have been
but, like,
anything.
My dad, like when he was up there, he was working. He worked at a diamond mine.
Really, there's a diamond mine in Timmins.
Well, he lived in the office was in Timmins. The diamond mine was like a 3-hour plane ride up north.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, diamond mines are destroying our planet.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys see the Seaspiracy thing on Netflix?
What?
This thing called like Seaspiracy, like conspiracy for the
never
sea.
watched it.
Talking about like commercial fishing and like shit like that. It's pretty cool, man. Gives you some insight on like how fucked just like illegal fishing and just like commercial fishing is for the environment. And like everyone talks about fossil fuels and stuff, but apparently commercial fishing is like
Dude, it's
way
crazy.
worse.
Right.
Okay, look at
Everything,
even I watched the documentary. I definitely recommend to everyone watching. But our planet, it's like a nature documentary.
It's fucked. Our planet's fucked. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Dude, honestly, man, I watched the oceans episode, the deep sea oceans one, and like the amount of corruption we're doing in like the ocean is appalling. It's so sad, man. Like even like sharks, what is it? Shark fin soup. Like they're killing so
Yeah.
many sharks for that.
And just
bro.
toss
So
them- bro, they just
many.
toss them back
They're
into the
literally
ocean.
Just cutting them and just
Yeah,
tossing them
that's-
back, and they're dying, bro. And it's like. It's just sad, man, because I love wildlife. I've always been like that ever since I lived in Florida.
yeah.
Like when I lived in Florida, I was always running around, like looking at gators, looking at like. No, it's crazy. Like, but it sounds crazy to you guys, but I
you're
literally
on the
did
Gator
that.
Talk
I
again.
literally, I
Gator
love
Talk.
gators.
Gator Talk.
Gator
I'll
Talk.
always be.
That should be the
This
new. Yeah, I was about to say
episode.
Gator
I'll always
Talk.
be a little Southern boy at heart, you know, like. But like all that stuff, snakes, iguanas, like lizards. I used to catch salamanders, all that different stuff in Florida. And then when I watch these nature documentaries and I hear about what we're doing to our planet, it breaks my heart, dude. Like
It's appalling, and like I think
it's sad.
I think a lot of
animals
it.
are going extinct, bro.
Yeah, left, right, and center. Yeah, man. Like bees are going extinct, and apparently bees are stupid important.
Super important, dude. They're
It's-
crucial.
Yeah, man. Like, and it honestly, a huge part of it comes down to like consumer psychology, man. Like how big business fucks with our brains by trying to get us to buy a bunch of shit. Because if we stopped buying bare shit, man, and we just kind of lived off like what we needed,
Yeah.
not even like maybe if like we treated ourselves once in a while, but essentially just not purchase as much abundantly as we do.
Greed we all
But-
have, bro.
Here's the thing: they're passing the buck on to the consumers when it's a corporation's job, like realistically, to just not do that shit. You know what I mean? Like I understand supply and demand and whatnot, but like I think consumers get blamed for a lot of shit that
Not
consumers
necessarily.
shouldn't get blamed
I'm not.
for, you know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
necessarily blaming them. I'm just saying,
No,
like, yo, if you,
I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying like as
Oh.
a general thing.
I don't like. I agree, but at the same time, I don't like. A lot of blame is still put on big business. Like, although some is put on the consumers, we
Definitely.
at the end of the
I think
day,
way more is put on consumers than big business, bro.
I totally disagree, man. Why,
Way
if that's
more.
the case, then why is everyone having EVs? Why are all the big businesses attempting to be sustainable? You know what I mean? They're not doing it. If that was the case, then they would be blaming consumers, and they'd be putting more funding and money into blaming consumers as opposed to getting them blame themselves.
Because, well, I mean, first of all, like companies pay off, like they pay off certain things.
Well, that's my point. That's my
Yeah.
point. They wouldn't have to be paying off certain things. Like fossil fuel industries wouldn't have to be paying off think tanks and governments or whatever to quiet down any type of rumblings that they have against fossil fuel industries.
Yeah,
Instead, they would just keep fueling, blaming consumers. Is my point.
that's pretty much what's happening when it comes to fossil fuels. Some people have electric cars, yes. The tide
Electric
is,
cars
the
are
tide
still
is
fucked
turning.
too, though.
The tide is turning, but like fossil fuels, generally speaking, it's the people driving the cars that are like being blamed for it, right? Whereas like
Oh,
you could just
yeah,
cut
now
the
I get what
supply
you-
off, yeah.
If you were to cut the supply off, then that'd be kind of fucked. You
Well,
can't
no,
just do that.
like not in that way.
But
But,
I
I,
think-
mean like shift the tide as opposed to just keep investing in fossil fuels. You could shift the tide and like find other renewable energies, which is what I was saying. The tide is turning in that way.
Yeah, but I think one of the reasons why consumers get blamed a lot is because, like, at the end of the day, man, if we want change, we are the ones who are buying stuff, and like we have more control than we think.
Definitely.
Absolutely,
But like
we do. Yeah.
the only way we can really empower that control and use that power that we have is if we really kind of come together and understand, like, yo, if you guys want change, like if you do, then we have to stop purchasing certain goods or stop living a certain type of life. But the thing is like, is that really gonna
It's the
happen?
lack of care, bro. No one cares. No
It's
one
funny
actually-
because, like,
no
so
one
many-
looks at the long run, bro.
Bro, so many
Don't want
people,
to see eye to eye either.
bro, people like know about how fucked the environment is. You know, like you can go up to someone on the street and be like, hey man, what's going on the planet? Like, is it healthy? Is it this? They'll tell you like, no, it's pretty fucked up. But then you'll tell them like, what'd you do today? They're like, oh, I fucking drove over to the mall and got a new outfit for tonight. And it's like, bro, first of all, driving over is fucked in general. But purchasing even like a t-shirt is appalling for the environment just because of like the process of making it.
Did you see? I don't know if it's. I just glanced on it and it was on Facebook, so I don't know if it's true or not. You never know on fucking Facebook what's true and what's not, you know? Yeah. But I saw this this article, and supposedly like idling is going to be illegal now. I don't know if that's true.
It's always been.
I know it's like in certain areas it's illegal, but I heard like overall they're really trying to like crack down on it.
Well, they're trying to meet their emission goals, and they're trying to find a way to do so. And
Like,
that's like one way, but.
Well, we're all going to be taxed on our carbon footprint eventually.
Oh yeah, the tax just
Yeah.
went through actually.
Yeah, it
The
did.
new tax,
Yeah.
it's like 30-something%, isn't it?
I don't know what percent
It's
is.
crazy.
I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's true, to be honest. I just know it's going to happen eventually.
Yeah.
Government squeezing more out of you.
I don't know, man. Someone's got to. But the thing is like.
tired, damn.
Yeah, man.
Oh, what time we start this shit?
It's been an hour and 37 minutes.
Wow.
Holy shit.
It flies actually, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Flies by, bro.
But anyway, before we leave, lads, you each have to give me your executive rules in life to pass on.
That's a good one. Don't be a dick. That's the first one.
Okay.
I don't know. I just want to be in life, you know. I honestly think that not enough people are kind. I'll elaborate on that. I was just joking around, but like I'll elaborate on that. I just think you should be kind to every single person you encounter in life, and that's always what I've stand by. I grew up in a Christian home, as you heard multiple times during this podcast, and I do live by those Christian values where you should be kind and you should be empathetic towards multiple different individuals in my life. I took a humanitarian trip, right? With my church, and I was helping this village with like medical kids and helping build these little like it would look like a shack to us, but it meant a lot more to them. Just like these homes for them, and yeah, I don't know. I think that's a big one. Is just being empathetic and kind to everyone you encounter. That's how I've always been, and just always striving to be better every single day. Those are the two things I really.
How does being kind to everyone help you be successful in life?
You're forming relationships, man. Like as you're moving through life and you're being kind and empathetic towards all these different individuals in life, I feel like you are building these relationships which could impact you further. You know?
Yeah.
That's how I kind of feel. I don't know if it's really based off of his success, but like it's just about morals, man. That's how I feel.
My turn? Alright. Always expand your perspective whenever
That's
humanly
huge.
possible. Always. Because you're always inside of like your own little cube until you realize there's other things out there, and that's literally something that you can expand on like a daily, weekly, whatever you want basis, but always be expanding your perspective. Always remain loyal to the people who remain loyal to you.
That's huge.
That's a huge one. And try as many things as you possibly can so you can find your happiness and then build upon your happiness.
I like those steps.
Those are big ones, bro.
I like the loyalty one. What'd you say?
What's yours?
I don't know, man. I've mentioned a few. The whole like just being comfortable with being uncomfortable is a huge one for me, but like I agree with like your loyalty one. I think another thing to sort of I think like living by principles is super important.
For sure.
Like I live by principles. And
That's
like,
what I was saying with the kind.
nobility.
Being empathetic, you know, like I don't know, that's a principle for me. Like that's just something I've
I feel like
that's
I
something
I've been instilled with, you know.
Yeah, like I feel like it's pretty important to kind of like have like whether it's an ideology or whether it's a principle, like to have just, or a school of thought, just have something laid out in like a belief system and sort of stick to it.
Yeah.
You know, like I've always stuck to like being a man of my word and like being loyal. Like if I'm telling you I'm gonna meet you somewhere, like I'm gonna meet you somewhere. You know, like
Yeah, facts.
it's just like, oh, that's just how I am.
Mm-hmm.
Just have to be like loyal. Like you can't forget who you owe. That's a huge one.
Yeah,
You know,
true,
like
right?
you can't forget who you owe. It's like, man, like if someone helped you out, like you can't forget that. You know, like I always try not to forget like the way people have blessed me, because that way I know like when I'm up, then I can bless them back. You know.
Facts, bro. Facts. Yeah. No, that's true shit, man. That's real true shit.
Yeah, bro. Well,
It was fun.
I agree. It was fun.
Yeah, bro. Never done this before. Gonna
Yeah,
do it
that's
again,
interesting.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually
next time
wanted
we'll
to
bring
do
your
it.
fucking snowball too.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, that's good. Good idea.
We'll have a snowball
Yeah.
fight.
Well, it's not as shiny as
This
this
guy's
one,
a
though.
comedian, eh?
I mean, I should have done stand up.
Yeah.
Alright.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. All right, yo. Well, signing out
What's
from
your outro?
signing out live from Meat
What's the
Point, Iron
Instagrams,
Needles.
bro? Tell me the
What's the
Instagrams.
outro?
What?
What's your Instagrams and shit?
Yo, man, they know our Instagrams, man.
No plugs?
The Executive Rule, Aaron McDonald,
Yeah, I don't
Matt
really-
Homan.
I don't even have Instagram anymore. I got banned.
I'm not trying to get yours. I just wanted yours out on, or I want yours out there, bro.
Dude, man, it'll happen.
Absolutely, bro.
The Executive Rule, official partner of Anatolia, Canada. Here, Meat Point, Waterloo. Meat Point, that's the heat point, man. Come on, it's where the heat out of the grill is coming. bro.
Stay kind. Stay empathetic.
Come on, man.
No,
Come on, man.
you don't agree?
No, I agree. Why wouldn't I agree?
Oh, that's good. I'm tired, man.
All right, man. Goodbye. Easy.
Good.
Later.
Easy.